No, does he want me on? Hello and welcome today for the Super Netball. And having Liam Doubler.
Good afternoon, Angus. Thank you for coming.
Exciting day here today. We've got loads and loads of teams, a lot of excitement. The sun's finally come out. Everyone's looking forward to a bit of sport in the sun.
Definitely, it's absolutely beautiful. The college, the grounds, the site. It was a bit frosty this morning. We were a little bit worried, but the sun has finally come over the downs, and we're blessed to have everyone here.
Yeah, and we're going to be getting underway. We've just had the 2-minute warning, so about 90 seconds until things kick off. First game on pitch, or on court number 1, I should say, is Epsom College against the Seaford Headmasters 7. And Liam, that's the under-11s, I think you were telling me.
So the under-16s, yeah,
Year
the
11s.
Year 11s, under-16s. So they were drafted in this week, so they're looking forward to getting out and experience some top netball. Should be a really good learning experience for them.
Yeah, and just to run through the pools then, we've got Pool 1 has got Hurstpierpoint College, who won the plate back in the 2020 competition, the first year of this competition. Eastbourne College as well, Epsom College in Pool 1, that's going to be up first on this court. Burgess Hill Schools for Girls, St John's Leatherhead, Portsmouth Grammar, Churches College and the Seaford Headmasters 7. And over in Pool 2, and we'll have a few of those games on this court as well, Brighton College, who won the inaugural 2020 competition, Worth, Mulberry College, King Edward Southampton, Wellington College, Lansing College, Camford, and of course the Seaford College first 7. It's going to be a very exciting day. We've got loads and loads of cracking teams lined up for the Seaford 10s, and it must be amazing, Liam, to have this back. You know, it began in 2020 and then we lose it for a year, but we've got it back again.
We have. It's been brilliant, and you know, obviously looking forward to the netball season. Miss Miller has done a great job, and the rest of the sports team getting it organised for today. And look, you know, the teams we've got here, there's some fantastic players, and just really excited about seeing some top-class netball.
And we're about to start here on court 1. Seaford College will begin the game. The centre looking for an open space. An early violation, so Epsom College on the move. And I'm joined now by the head of netball here at Seaford College, Natalie Miller. How are you, Natalie?
Great, thank you. Yeah, really good. Thank you for coming and joining us today and making this event even more special.
It's exciting to be here, and a scrappy start to this first game. A lot of contact early on. First opportunity for Epsom College to have a look at the basket, but a bit of contact there. They take the shot. In we go. Epsom College with the lead. They go 1-0 up. And 16 schools, it must be brilliant. I've just been saying to Liam, having this back after a year's absence, having started it in 2020.
Oh yeah, it's so exciting to have this going ahead today. You know, a lot of preparation, but more so just for the girls. So many of them have missed out on big competitions. This Seaford team is actually our under-16s that have been invited today. For them, they have not played competitive netball at senior school yet. That is how long that they've been affected by this.
It's just mind-blowing at times, isn't it, that gap in sporting opportunity for so many youngsters. And Epsom College, I understand, a challenging opponent for these Seaford youngsters.
Yeah, just offside there by the Epsom goal defence, so Seaford couldn't quite make the most of that opportunity. Contact call there for the goal defence. See if Seaford could utilise this again, hopefully looking for an opportunity straight into the D with only one defender there now.
And of course, fast pace, it's important to make those early goals count, isn't it?
Great take by Scarlett Norris there at goal attack. And their first goal.
So the Seaford Headmasters 7 reduce the gap. It's 2-1 to Epsom College now. And these games only 8 minutes long, so very, very fast-paced encounters here today. It's going to be important for teams to get themselves that early lead, just so they've got a bit of comfort.
Lovely zonal defence being applied by Epsom College there. Really difficult, not just because the kit's being quite similar, but really difficult to see the free options there for Seaford. Going to be really important they try and work this to circle edge and work on their angles. The goal defence goalkeeper applying immense pressure at the moment.
Yeah, some intense defence going on from Epsom College. Little slippy underfoot for the goalkeeper. It's been icy this morning, but the sun has come out, the fog has lifted, and we're hoping for a great afternoon here at Seaford College.
It was very touch and go here this morning. We weren't sure if we were going to be able to go ahead, but I was very adamant. We wanted the girls to be out here and having the opportunity. Like we said, it's lovely for them to just be playing netball.
Absolutely, and as the afternoon goes on, it's going to dry out more and more and more. As Epsom take a 3-1 lead, this time the goal attack with the finish. Seaford moving the ball fast, trying to find that space in this Epsom defensive
Great circle
lock.
edge there. Just need to try and see that second option that was in front, try and work it towards the goal. But nice little 1-2s there between the shooters.
Lovely interchange between the Seaford shooters, but unfortunately not quite getting the finish, but they've got another opportunity. This time they bang it through. 3-2 Epsom College's favour, and about 3 minutes left. Epsom College to inbound it. Wing attack finds the goal attack. Loops the ball to the back to the shooter, who will have an opportunity here. Just misses.
Great rebounds from Bella Rank there under the post. Seaford moving this ball nicely down court. Just a footwork call there, unlucky.
You can see these Seaford girls are really trying to move the ball as fast as they can, though. It's exciting to watch.
Yeah, like I said, this is our under-16 teams. They've actually been in mocks all week. They haven't really had any netball back from school yet. So very impressed with what I'm seeing so far. It's promising for the rest of the season.
Just be delighted for the break from mock exams, I'm sure.
Contact there by the goal defence. Hopefully this will... Very tight game.
Just off the rim for Seaford College. Epsom looking to work their way upfield. Obviously 2 years older, a bit of a height advantage for Epsom College.
Lovely movement from Epsom there, though, and you can just see the quality of getting yourself on that circle edge, ensuring it's a nice, safe pass and lovely finish from the goal shooter.
That's a 4-2 lead. About 90 seconds left on the clock. Seaford College need to score a couple fast. And worth pointing out for those of you at home, in a defeat, you do still get 1 point towards your league finish in the competition if you lose by less than 50% of the opposition's total. Although, since we have the rules expert here next to me, I might just ask, what if it's an even number and you finish exactly 50% behind?
It has to be more than 50% of the score. So, for example, if it was 4-2 then, and it finished, Seaford would not get the extra points. But if it's 5-2 now, of course they won't. But if it was 6-4, Seaford would get the points.
And this is precisely why I need you alongside me.
I'm very happy to be here. I feel like I can breathe now and just try and enjoy the tournament. Now it's all running.
Well, exactly. Epsom College take a 6-2 lead, and they look like they're going to take this first game as the final whistle goes. Epsom College with first blood in this tournament, 6-2 against the Seaford College Headmasters 7, but there'll be opportunities aplenty for both of these. 6 more games to come for each of them.
Great start for both schools there. We award someone player of the tournament for every for this event, sorry. And last year it was an Epsom defender that went away with that lovely prize.
Well, and Epsom certainly showing both their defensive and their attacking prowess in that game. Up next, in a very few short moments, we're going to have Maura College against Camford. 2 schools with plenty of history behind them. Camford, I think, out on the court already. Mulberry College just having a little last-minute check, checking the old fingernails.
Feeling for Camford, obviously it's their longest. I think they've travelled the furthest today, and they have literally just got out the minibus.
Well, sometimes that works for you. Sometimes it's a tricky one. But Camford have made it off the minibus, and they're ready to get underway. We've got 30 seconds until we start. A bit of last-minute shooting practice for the Camford shooters. Don't they need it just off the bus? Well, what a story it would be if they can get off the bus and up to a winning position right from the start. Mulberry College, though, are going to have plenty to say about that. We're looking like we are just about ready to start here in this second game on court 1. Epsom College, of course, won the first game here on court 1. Who will win this one between Mulberry College and Camford? Mulberry in possession to begin and moving the ball fast. Looking for the space, centre's got it. Finds the goal attack, back out, back in. And now the shooting opportunity. And a 1-0 start for Mulberry College. Moving the ball really nicely, Natalie.
Oh yeah, real slick play there from Mulberry. They look look, you can tell, first 30 seconds, you can see how strong they are. Ball movement's good, turning in the air, facing the goal, not just every single player at the moment. Really, really strong connections here.
Yeah, the ball movement, unbelievably quick.
You can see the shooters here really trying to apply, zoning up, marking up on the players, trying to create that space for each other.
Centre with the loop pass over the top, just the tip of a finger on it from the Camford defence. They get the ball inbound, and now their opportunity to see if they can find some attacking space. Slowing the pace down, searching, seeking space.
Goal shooter had a lovely front option there. She's going straight for the shot. Unlucky, but I like the confidence there.
Yeah, went from long range.
I think it's really important the shooters get their eye in early. I mean, every goal counts for these types of tournaments, quick games.
Well, as we saw in that first game, you know, Epsom getting a couple of goals up early, it just means that you've got that cushion, doesn't it, with so little time.
Yeah, that's it. Mulberry really trying to work on this reset here. They just need to make sure that they've got some options coming forward, working on their angles. I mean, that's credit to Camford's defence here.
Yeah, really high intensity from both sides early on here. Looking for space, but well covered from the goal defence from Mulberry. And now they start that quick ball movement that we saw really early on. A big looping pass, lovely pass.
Absolutely cracking ball, and you know, credit to the goal shooter because she set that up as well, but really good connection between those two there, and a lovely finish.
Mulberry College, 2 goals to the good. Apologies, our screen's showing that it's Camford with a 2-0 lead, but it is Mulberry College leading 2-0 at the moment. That fast ball movement paying dividends.
As I said, Camford literally just got off the bus. You have to wonder if they haven't had the same warm-up. Mulberry are looking just a little bit sharper in these first few minutes of the game.
They certainly are, and they're taking a 3-0 lead. Just applying real intensity, both attacking and in defence. Big looping pass wide to the goalkeeper.
I have to say, I love this wing attack's vision. Her turn in the airs are beautiful. She can seek her options out really early, and she's not afraid to give it.
Yeah, she looks as though she's spotting the pass before she receives the ball in many instances, doesn't she?
Lovely play there from the goal defence and the backup. Good hold from the goal shooter, slightly too much on it. Oh, unluckily, so they were saying that Mulberry goalkeeper was actually out of court. So, Mulberry back with the ball. It's Camford goalkeeper out of court.
Mulberry with a chance for 5-0. They'll have another attempt. And this time they do make it 5-0. Mulberry College on fire here at Seaford College.
Brilliant intercept from the wing defence there. And she comes out with the ball, a contact with the wing attack there, just trying to obviously contest it, but brilliant intercept.
Mulberry almost set themselves up with another shooting opportunity. The ball just doesn't quite stick. Camford now trying to find space, but under pressure right from the moment they get the ball, intercepted by the wing attack.
Yeah, there we go. It's the wing attack once again.
Now.
Shows her quality.
Space.
Not just her attacking movement, but obviously applying that defence there. And as you say in netball, this is the wing attack's goal. Well done, wing attack, for that turnover.
6-0 lead now for Mulberry College. This is very impressive. And the star of the show with the ball in her hands again. Always finding space. This time they can turn the ball over. Loose ball, but it goes Camford's way. Spreading it wide. Can Camford get themselves an opportunity? They may not win this game, but this is a chance for them to build a bit of confidence in the final few minutes. Mulberry seeking space.
Brilliant ball again. Just releasing it on that first second. It's the goalkeeper's head slightly down. Goal shooter's holding lovely space, and there's not much you can do when the ball's going into the perfect spot like that. Let's hope that Camford build this towards their goal. Lovely front space from the shooter there again. Cracking shot.
Lovely shot from the Camford goal shooter. Gets them to 7-1. As we say, they may not win this game, but those sort of shots will give them a huge amount of confidence.
And a turnover from the goal shooter. Oh, wow.
And tell me this now, I mean, that's a couple of long-range attempts we've seen. Is that good work, would you say, from Mulberry in forcing them into long attempts? Or is it just extreme confidence from Camford on those longer attempts?
I honestly think from watching this, it seems like I mean, already we can see that they've got the ability. I think they're trying to get their eye in early. Like we said, they haven't had as much warm-up, but I think by the end of the day, those long ranges are going to be sinking.
They're certainly not shying away from taking them, that's for sure. They are looking like they're starting to pick up their confidence a little bit. Moving the ball a bit quicker now, Camford.
Lovely passage of play there between the centre goal shooter. There we go.
There we go, another of those long-range attempts. A second one that sinks. Maura College leads 7-2.
Just a slight shift here. You can see Camford have almost warmed up a little bit. Lovely roll from the goal shooter there. Just unfortunate on the attempt.
That one shifting a little long, and I don't want to start making calls early because we're only, what, 15 minutes into the entire tournament. However, I'm going early money on Mulberry College wing attack as player of the tournament. She has impressed me so much.
Yeah, she was a standout for me in that game just now. A couple of other players really, really impactful as well. Goal defence there. But also Camford, goal shooter, lovely rolls there. I know not every goal synced, but I think throughout the tournament we're going to see something special from her. I think we should keep an eye on her as well.
Absolutely. Full time here then in game 2 on court 1. Mulberry College 7, Camford School 2, and we will be back with you very shortly for game number 3, which will be Hurstpierpoint College against Churches College. After last year. Welcome back to court 1. here at Seaford College for the Seaford College Super Sevens netball. We've got Hurstpierpoint College and Churches College here on court one. Hurstpierpoint College won the plate tournament back in 2020, the inaugural tournament. This only the second edition after the 2021 competition was lost to COVID. We've already seen Epsom College and Mulberry College with a couple of impressive performances here this morning. Now, with Nat Davis alongside me, Hurstpierpoint College and Churches College off to a start here on court one. Looking forward to this one.
Yeah, this is going to be a good game. Nice to see some familiar faces. We've got Ruby Bracewell, goalkeeper for Hurst, a previous Seaford College student. Spoke to her before, she said it's a bit weird being here in different kit.
I'm sure it is. Nat Miller, I don't know why I'm calling you Nat Davis. I don't even know it, Nat Davis.
Izzy with the shot. Not successful, but I'm sure.
Well, third time lucky for Hurstpierpoint College. They take a 2-0 lead now. And Hurst back on the attack. Looking for a bit of space. Wing attack finds it, finds the goal shooter. Back to the centre, loops it towards the back. And now we'll have another shot attempt just off the rim. Well tidied up, but well intercepted by Hurst.
Unlucky footwork called by the centre, obviously just a slip there. Must note today there's a Surrey Storm event going on, so quite a lot of schools are missing their Surrey Storm players. Hurst particularly, I think they have 2 players that are missing today. So this will have an impact on quite a few of the schools, but of course now will really show the depth of their squads. And all schools are in the same position.
Well, indeed, true across all schools, all sports. Players unavailable due to their quality and commitments elsewhere. Churches can't quite get that one to sink, but they have another shot. And they make that one stick. Close the gap to 2-1.
Not onside their goal attack, or just slightly breaking, I believe. So Churches get possession. Lovely intercept there for wing attack. Her defensive pressure is brilliant.
Superb interception. Now Hurstpierpoint on the attack, looking for space.
Use the reset there, just back to the wing defence. Harriet Miller now working that circle edge. Really safe play. That's really driven by Bex Jutson, the assistant director of sport and the first team coach for Hurst.
And the movement off the ball from Hurstpierpoint really impressing me at the moment.
Brilliant defensive pressure from Eve there.
Ball doesn't quite stick, but tidied up by the wing defence for Hurstpierpoint. Knocks it out off the court. Churches will inbound. Hurst moving the ball around, seeking that space.
Not afraid to play the possession here, Hurst. Clever, smart play from them. Using all channels, but really thinking about that middle channel here. Unfortunate contact call for the wing attack there, so Churches are back in possession.
Churches working the ball forward. Well taken by the centre.
Oh, well, that's a cracking intercept from Harriet Miller around the edge of the circle there. Probably one of the hardest defensive things to do, especially as a wing defence, without going offside, and she actually even slid off the back. Unbelievable. Unfortunately, though, they didn't come out with the ball after all that.
Churches with a chance to shoot. And do. Fantastic shot from the goal attack. Narrows the gap to 3-2. This game in the balance. Hurst dominating possession, but on the scoreboard, things are very tight.
Lovely finish there. We talk about player of the tournament. A player, another one we need to keep our eye on, this Church's goal attack.
Well, if that last finish was anything to judge by, you're absolutely right.
Churches has lost the ball there. Wing attack was stepping into the defender's arms and was deemed to have contacted. Churches back with the ball after offside by the wing defence. The court is quite slippery. That is probably due to the ice, and I think that is something that, as we see the tournament go on, it will get better and better.
Yeah, it'll certainly start burning off, won't it?
Unlucky for the centre there. That's a hard one for the umpire to call as well.
What it does do is allow Church's chance to try and work a scoring position, but a bit of footwork means that Hurstpierpoint get the ball back. And we settle back into that possession game of theirs, moving the ball around.
As teachers, we drill into our students so often how important it is to have netball trainers. This is the reason. You can see the slippiness. The grip of trainers is so important, and obviously prevention of injury as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Any grip on a slippy surface make a huge difference.
Yeah, the player was not back on court, so Church has now come back with possession.
Churches move the ball infield. They look long, but just out of reach. The ball, that's going to make catching it a little tricky. Ball rolls through the gate onto the muddy surface.
Not long left now. You'd like to see Hurst maybe try and take this to goal. Although they're in a comfortable position, no need to rush, but it'll be interesting to see what they do here.
And they do work it towards, and now they do have the opportunity. Not quite.
Unlucky. So that was a contact call for the goal attack, but that was a convincing win from Hurst actually there, I think.
Absolutely, an impressive performance from Hurst. A 5-2 victory against Church College. Hurst on good form as they aim to go one better than that plate title back in 2020. So that's victories on court one so far for Epsom College, Mulberry College and Hurstpierpoint College. And up next, we will very shortly have Brighton College against the home team, Seaford College. A big, big game. Brighton College, the reigning champions. Seaford College, the home side. How are you feeling about that one?
So 2020, Seaford were playing Brighton in the Cup semi-final. Brighton obviously won that game and then went on to win the tournament. It's going to be an interesting game. Brighton have a strong squad here today. I think Seaford will absolutely contest, but Brighton very, very strong today.
Well, Brighton College looking to retain that title as we just see a few of the highlights from the previous game. Fantastic ball movement and possession from Hurstpierpoint College throughout that game. Very similar to what we saw from Mulberry College in the game before. But as Nat says, we're expecting big things from Brighton College here. But Seaford College in this magnificent setting that is Seaford College will want to put on a show for the home crowd, and it's a crowd that's starting to build. 30 seconds to go. The players are on court though. They are looking absolutely ready to get cracking with this one. 30 seconds seems an interminable wait for them. They're all nervously tiptoeing around, finding position, ready to go. Brighton College will start the game in possession. Seaford College be looking to get that ball in their hands nice and early. Get an early goal. Here we go then. Brighton College on the move. Work it to a scoring position very, very quickly indeed.
Strong drive from Kira Williams there and a nice finish too. Seaford had the centre. Lovely drive by Izzy Black there and a contact call against the goal defence. Let's see what Seaford do here. Penalty not set.
Fast start, Brighton College. Tricky start for Seaford. Brighton working it forward again. Moving it from one end to the other very quickly at Brighton College. And they take a 2-0 lead.
Lovely defensive pressure from Seaford College there, and it's forced the turnover. Absolutely brilliant. Charlotte Brinsmead with ball in hand, offloads it to Grace's centre, try and work this circle edge, but unfortunately intercepted by the centre. Good intercept there.
Brighton then with another chance. A lovely finish, 3-0 Brighton College, and it's all going to be about intensity here. You feel Seaford looking to get themselves their first opportunity. Now they do have the ball quite far advanced now. Looking for an opportunity. And they will have one. Just misses, tidied up by Brighton College. Almost intercepted from Seaford. And Brighton now looking to work another opportunity. Opportunity taken, Brighton College with a 4-0 lead. An incredibly fast start from the reigning champions, playing really impressive stuff, aren't they?
Yeah, it's just thick netball. They are working at circle edge. I think the most impressive thing so far from Brighton College is their transition. As soon as there's a turnover, 1, 2, 3, into the goal. Yeah,
certainly noticeable from a layman's point of view that the ball is moving when in Brighton College hands from end to end with real pace. Seaford, though, getting the ball in hand, but again, the intercept from Brighton College showing real athleticism, the wing defence there to get in the way. Seaford, they have an opportunity. Take their time. Nail the opportunity.
Oh, no.
And it's chalked off.
Contact by the goal shooter, so unlucky that Izzy Black's goal does not stand. But that was much better play from Seaford, and I think they're starting to settle.
Certainly finding a bit of rhythm, working hard in defence.
Brilliant defensive pressure by Emmy there.
Intercept from Brighton College. Showing real intensity on both sides of the ball are the reigning champions. And taking a 6-0 lead with a lovely long-range finish.
Yeah, lovely finish with Izzy there.
Brighton work it into position again. Quick ball movement and a lovely finish again.
Yeah, brilliant connection there between the goal attack, goal shooter. Strong drives out from Seaford on this centre pass. Let's see if they can work it to goal. Credit to Brighton College, you can really see them applying that defensive pressure. Seaford just need to make sure that they're sharp on their drives.
And when under that sort of defensive pressure, what's a sort of good approach to take to try and engineer a bit of space? Is it sometimes to slow the ball down or to try to pick the pace of the ball movement up? What's a sort of a good tactic to try and find yourself some space when you're under that level of pressure?
Yeah, I think in this instance, I would be asking the girls to try and apply a screen. So you're almost protecting the space with your body. Therefore, you know, making it obvious to the ball carrier whereabouts you want the ball. Just a little offload and a lovely finish to get them on the scoreboard.
Seaford College onto the scoreboard. And as I say, they may not win this game, but that sort of thing does give you a lot of confidence looking ahead to the rest of the tournament. Getting on the scoreboard against the top opposition when you're under that amount of pressure, it builds the confidence for the future. Brighton, though, wasting no time and coming back the other end, but missed the first opportunity. They'll get the ball back in court. And take their opportunity for an 8-1 lead. About 2.5 minutes left to go in this game. Brighton College looking every inch the reigning champions at the moment with a lovely intercept.
Yeah, Kira Williams there on the intercept. And again, I think this is something that we're talking about a lot here. It's the attacking defensive pressure from players here that are really making the difference between two different sides.
There seems a real intent to try and get hands on the ball and intercept.
Unlucky from goal defence. Charlotte there just needs to come through, be confident with that, and I think that's a good rebound too. I think she'll come out with that ball as the tournament goes on.
Seaford.
Better ball work from Seaford. And lovely circle edge drive.
Seaford control the loose ball. Oh no, went out of court. Getting my lines mixed up.
So Brighton College, you can see they're really forcing Seaford to have to go across channels. So with that, we almost mean going across the court. Obviously, the more the ball travels, the easier it is to intercept. So that's great defensive pressure from Brighton. But Seaford still very much contesting here. As I said beforehand, I thought they would. Unfortunately, we're just missing those slight connections on the circle edge to be able to come away with the goals at the moment.
Certainly appear to be growing in confidence. It's a shame the game's almost sort of out of time because Seaford do appear to be feeling their way into things a bit more. Just that opening 2 or 3 minutes was just a real blast out the blocks from Brighton College.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, there's some cracking players here. I mean, for both schools, but Seaford, we have some real talent. And again, like I said, it's the same for every school, but Seaford have only just been back a few days. This is our first week back. And you can see it's just taking time. It's their first competitive match, 2022. And like you said, their confidence is going to build as the tournament goes on, and then obviously for the season.
Absolutely. And in the context of a full game, you know, going behind early in an 8-minute game really isn't that much at all. But in this instance, 8 minutes is all you've got. Lovely long-range shot.
Lovely finish from Abby there.
Superb bit of shooting. And I have to say, the Brighton College shooter as well has impressed me massively in this game. Brighton College win that one 10-2, a tough result for Seaford College, but they've faced one of the very best in the business in Brighton College, the reigning champions, and what a performance that was. 10-2, we'll be back with you very shortly for Churches College against the Seaford Headmasters 7. That's the under-16s. So you join us back on court one here for Churches College against the Seaford Headmasters 7. Now, we've seen both of these sides already on this court. Both sides just missed out on victories, so they're going to be looking to get their first victory on this show court this afternoon. Churches College, rather, to start us off. And they get possession. The wing defence shifts it along to the goal attack. And Churches moving the ball well early on, but well defended by Seaford College. A great interception, good reactions to get the ball up the court.
Yeah, brilliant intercept from Lily Doubler there. And already you can see Seaford, even the difference this start from their first game. They're looking slick, ball movements quick. Like I said, this is what a tournament is about, isn't it? It's them building their confidence for every school. And you'll see, I think, throughout the tournament, their second games on this court, we will see a difference in performance.
Absolutely. You know, in any tournament, it's all about building as the day goes on. You want to start fast, but you can't all start fast. But if you can keep building that performance level, you will find the results coming. Churches moving the ball, but again, it's well
done, Lily
intercepted.
Dabler. And she comes out with the ball as well because it came off Churches. So we're getting the opportunity, Seaford. It's now obviously just utilising them.
And I've just remembered this is a prime opportunity to talk about Lily's father and really embarrass her.
Poor girl, yeah. Her dad being the director of sport, and she can't hide it, unfortunately, for her.
I feel so sorry for her, but, you know, we all have to suffer the cross of our fathers.
No, it's brilliant, and it's one of the reasons, you know, that Liam's so into girls' sport and really pushes and has made a, you know, huge push for girls' sport since he's arrived here, and obviously the years before, just the same, but our girls' numbers have grown immensely in the last 5 years.
Absolutely, and there's certainly, you know, our core of what we do is rugby, but the growing passion that we see for girls' sport of all varieties is massive. It's much more talked about just in general terms. So to actually be here, be taking it in live, is a real privilege to be able to see. And it's a privilege to be able to see some top quality netball as well. There's been some absolutely brilliant performances so far, some absolutely standout individual work as well. And almost a delightful bit of skill there, nearly coming off. The old behind the back of the head, saving the ball.
Yeah, just a slightly scrappy start for both teams here. Lots of loose balls, but actually some lovely netball.
You see, I quite like the idea of a 0-0 though, and a tense finish towards the end. That's my kind of game.
Yeah, as a commentator you might, but as the coach and the teacher you probably don't, nor the players. However, I do know what you mean. You know, an exciting draw is what it's about, and especially in a tournament like this today, it's okay to have a draw. Defensive pressure from the goal defence, unbelievable there. You can see Scarlett trying to apply a roll, wasn't able to, and not quite finished off the shot, but they've definitely had the opportunities here, Seaford.
Yeah, Seaford definitely with opportunities, and of course it is worth us pointing out again that this is a Seaford College side that is an under-16 groups. They're performing against players, in many cases 2 years their senior, and competing well and taking the lead here against Churches College.
Lovely finish from Scarlett Norris there. Like her to turn face post, see our options down court first. Lovely offer there from goal shooter at the top. And unfortunately, it's not just connecting. Again, real good pressure from Church's defence there. And they see themselves moving the ball really nicely down court.
Seaford, though, really looking full of confidence once they get the ball in hand. Working the space beautifully, and they will have an opportunity to shoot. I mean, ins and outs, unlucky there. But Seaford College showing great work with the ball. Churches, though, getting the ball from one end to the other very quickly. The tough part for them seems to be the final period, getting the ball into the goal. They do this time, though, and level the game up, one apiece. And we're just over halfway through.
Yeah, lovely baseline drive from the goal attack there to get herself into a nice close position to the post. You can really see her trying to work that backspace, but a pressure has been applied by the defence.
Churches with possession. Moving it forward. Very, very tight game, this one. Level at 1 apiece. Only 2.5 minutes left to play. Churches take a 2-1 lead. A 3-1 lead, rather.
It's definitely been the most even game I think we've had so far today. Possession going both ways. Churches just slightly coming out on top at the moment, but Seaford had the possession for most of the start of this.
Yeah, they did, and Churches just starting to build a bit of momentum now. But Seaford, when they get the ball in hand, are looking really threatening.
Well held by the goal shooter there, Amelie.
Fantastic work to, on 1 foot, sliding away, keep the ball in the court and get the ball to a Seaford hand. But unfortunately, this latest pass from a Seaford point of view is intercepted, and Churches have a chance to move the ball forward, tick that clock away, and they'll have a shot at goal and take it for a 4-1 lead. Churches College now looking fairly solid. You'd say just about a minute left to go. This has been a really even contest, though. Both sides playing with true intensity.
Good call from the umpire there, just like replayed. And it would be nice to see Seaford take this to goal. The last minute of the game, again, good defensive pressure by Churches there, but was a contact call. Lovely pass from Georgie there from the centre third into Scarlett, goal attack. And a brilliant finish.
Lovely bit of play overall there. It's good work to spot that pass. A lovely movement to create the space for it, and then well finished.
Lovely reset from Olivia there and a 1-2 play. Unfortunately, it's not just connected into the goal, but much better netball being played here by Seaford, and actually it's exciting to see what they're putting on the court. I think it's really promising for them going forward and up through the school.
Well, a huge amount of potential being shown here for, for future tournaments. As it stands, though, this one's just over. Churches College win 5-2 against the Seaford Headmasters 7. Up next, here on Court 1, the show court this afternoon, we'll have Camford in their second game on the show court against King Edward Southampton, their first game on the show court. So be sure to tune into that if you are from King Edward's Southampton. It's been a really great day so far. We're almost up to the halfway stage in these group games, and so with that in mind, I'll just run through for you how this is going to unfold as the day goes on in terms of what happens towards the end of the group stage. The top 2 from each group will go through to the Cup semi-finals. The next 2, so that's 3rd and 4th place in each group, will go to the Plate semi-finals. 5th and 6th in each group will go to the Shield semi-finals, and then the bottom 2 from each group will go to the Bowl semi-finals, which means that every team will have a semi-final and half the teams will have a final. So plenty to look forward to. And just for those of you at home who are trying to work out who goes through, who doesn't, a win earns you 5 points, a draw earns you 3 points, and a loss either earns you no points or 1 point if you lose by less than 50% of the opposition total. So when we get an opportunity to do so, we will give you an update of how those tables are going. We're about 30 seconds away from getting underway here, and it's going to be Camford against King Edward's Southampton, but it's not. It's in fact Seaford. I take that back.
Lovely quick tournament change. You're just changing the bibs. Unfortunately, it will eke into their time. This is something that happens in tournaments, and unfortunately, the clock will not stop for them. So this is eaten into the time of the game, but quick turnaround, and it's Seaford College for the first centre pass.
And a true show of sportsmanship from both sides. In the interest of pace, opposition helping their opposite number get there correct labelling on.
Unfortunately, Seaford didn't finish there, but that was a lovely passage of play and a nice centre pass. Camford are looking confident with the ball. Be interesting, like we said, to see the difference of them in their second game on this court. Now they've had a few more games and they're not fresh off the bus.
Well, yeah, and Camford, we saw their goal shooter in the first game. We thought that she was looking quite impressive, and she's started with a bang early in this second game. She's already got one to her name. She doesn't quite have a second, but she catches the rebound. She'll have an opportunity and a third opportunity, and that time it goes down, and it's a 2-0 lead for Camford early on. Seaford College looking to move the ball fast from the restart. Breaking by
Grace. Seaford wing attack there, so Camford are back in possession of the ball. Nice defensive position from Seaford there. You can see Maddie wing defence really applying pressure to the wing attack, and without the wing attack getting the ball, it is difficult for Camford to link up with their shooter, and a great intercept from Emmy at goalkeeper as well.
And you can probably hear the yelps of pleasure from behind, the crowd building here at Seaford College. The teas and coffees are going around, the crowd growing. Seaford College with plenty of support behind them. Can they get their first goal in this game? Well, they've got an opportunity. The long-range shot, though, tidied up by Camford, who currently lead 2-0.
Nice play from Camford there. Obstruction call against the wing defence, but good defensive pressure from Charlotte there. So Seaford back in possession of the ball. Maddie offering for a close pass there. Now we would like them to go away, create some space, and then drive towards the ball. Unfortunately, 3-second call.
Camford with another opportunity for their goal shooter, and that's 3 from 3 for her. Camford lead 3-0. Back on the attack, moving this ball quickly. And here we see another one of those long-range attempt. That one just lips over, but another chance and a 4-0 lead. Camford. It's been a blindingly fast start from Camford. Seaford, to my eye, doing little wrong, just coming up against a side playing with a bit of intensity here.
Yeah, totally agree. I'm really impressed with what I'm seeing from Seaford College, and I just feel like at the moment they're just missing that first option, needing to clear out. That was a nice drive from Izzy Forsyth there, goal shooter. Trying to work the circle edge, but just not quite getting it in the right place to be able to feed. Nice defensive pressure from Charlotte there. However, vision very good from this goal shooter. If she pulled that off, it would have been absolutely unbelievable play.
It was about to bring an absolute yelp from me, that's for sure. It was a lovely looking bit of vision.
I think we really need to keep an eye on Seaford wing defence here. Unbelievable pressure she's putting on the wing attack, especially on the centre pass. Really making Camford life slightly difficult in the attack there, but they're still coming away with the goal there.
Yeah, Camford goal shooter just using that reach of hers and then finishing with absolute aplomb. And I think what we are definitely seeing is that in that first game against Mulberry College, it was just a bit of a slow start, having only just arrived off the bus. We're seeing a performance of real intensity here from Camford.
Yeah, absolutely, and you know, let's face it, it was probably going to be one of their toughest games of the day, that they jumped off the bus and played straight away. Not necessarily a bad thing, but I could put money on the fact that I think we might see those two playing each other again at some point today.
Certainly looks like that could be the case. Seaford College, though, on the move, but they take too long over it. And Camford look to move the ball up the court. Finding space into the hands of the goal shooter. That long arm of hers just allowing her to find so much more space.
Yeah, another great defensive pressure there from Charlotte, and she's forced Camford to get the ball off court. So Seaford back in possession. Need to be confident, getting this ball down, giving that first pass they see. It would be nice to see if they could see that open goal shooter in the circle, but unfortunately it couldn't connect. And you can see the frustration from Izzy at goal shooter. Quite understandable when she's almost completely unmarked wanting the ball, but it's easier said than done to sometimes ensure that pass can get there.
Absolutely, the frustration of any shooter if the ball can't get to you. Camford trying desperately to score almost underneath the goal at this point. Finishing well though in the end, and they've taken a 7-0 lead. Huge intensity from the Seaford wing defence as well. She's really putting in a defensive shift here for her team.
Yeah, credit to Seaford there. That was real defensive pressure there to force the ball off the back for Camford. Unfortunately, they're just struggling with their connections down court at the moment.
Camford goal shooter almost looked as though she was about to shoot and then realised she couldn't. Such is her confidence, the normal rules almost don't apply.
Nice arms by Maddie, got wing defence there. Again, see that pressure, it's really putting Camford off balance, but you know, their quality shining through and they finish there.
Finishing tidily for an 8-0 lead. Seaford College working hard now, about a minute left to get something on the scoreboard to show for themselves in this game. And they work it into a good position to give themselves that chance. Again though, big pressure on them. Seaford retain possession, but brilliantly intercepted by the Camford centre. In possession again, a bit of a tangle further up the court, not spotted by the officials. Goal shooter with another chance and another good finish, and she is having a blinding game. And the game's over. Camford with an 8-0 victory over Seaford College, and an absolutely superb performance from the Camford goal shooter. Really did stamp her authority all over that game. Camford School get onto the winner's circle. A superb performance. And up next, I believe we're going to have Seaford Headmasters against Burgess Hill School for Girls. Well, a good start that from Camford in this game. Looking through a few of the highlights here. Goal shooter, the absolute star of the show in this game. Lovely bit of finishing there. Look at the reach she's got on that ball. Takes her time, catches it again. In we go. Job done. Fantastic game from the Camford goal shooter. And so up next we're going to have Seaford Headmasters 7. Their third time on this court, actually, the under-16s. So we're getting very familiar with them. We're starting to learn a lot about them. They're going to be taking on Burgess Hill School for Girls in about 30 seconds' time. It's going to be a cracking game. And we'll hopefully, as the afternoon goes on, we're going to try and bring you some updates, maybe around about the halfway stage, on who's sitting where in the pools, and we'll be able to give you an indication as to who might be going through, who might not be. So, to give you an indication, Burgess Hill School for Girls are in the purple netball dresses, and it's Seaford College in the blue with the white trim on the skirts. And we're about ready to go. The hooter goes, and off we go. Seaford College looking to get that victory. They were so impressive in that last outing against Churches College. Game just got away from them towards the end. They'll be looking to right the wrongs of that in this one, and they've got an early chance for a lead. Ball just lips out over the back. So Burgess Hill will get the ball and look to mount their first attack of the game. Moving the ball pretty quickly, Burgess Hill. Slows down a little now, but the movement's good. A few players slipping and sliding up at the top of the court, but now Burgess Hill engineer a shooting opportunity, and they take it very nicely for a 1-0 lead. And they're on the attack again. Another shooting chance for Burgess Hill, and very helpfully, they have the names of themselves on the back of their skirts. That was Smith there. I might start suggesting that to all schools. Seaford back on the attack now.
Yeah, lovely attacking movement from Seaford there. Ball goes in. It'd be nice to see the confidence of the shots going up. I'm all for them just taking them at the moment, don't you think?
Absolutely. We've seen some incredible shots go down. Why not? Give it a go.
Brilliant, brilliant defensive pressure there from Scarlett Norris. Seaford see themselves with the ball. Got to look after it, get it to circle edge, and then work this. Work this goal. That was a lovely play there. So really working on our angles. And she
Ball
gets
just
second
pops out, but we'll have
opportunity.
another chance, won't we?
Lovely.
Seaford on the scoreboard. 2-1 down against Burgess Hill. Plenty of time left, though. To your point, though, about having a go on those shots, I mean, with only 8 minutes on the clock, it makes sense, doesn't it? When you get an opportunity, take the shot, because you may not find that many more opportunities in a game with such limited time.
Yeah, I think so. And really, these shooters, you've got to take the opportunities to get that confidence. The more confidence you have, the more confidence you're playing with, the more likely you are to have your percentage shooting stats going up. Just trying to force ball overhead there. That's something I wouldn't be encouraging with the defensive pressure from Burgess Hill there. They're working this ball down nicely. Circle edge and a lovely drive from the goal shooter there. And a great finish.
Burgess Hill certainly looking to get the ball from A to B as quickly as they possibly can. And they go again. Take a 5-1 lead. That quick movement once again, playing straight down the court are Burgess Hill.
Breaking by the goal attack there. So Burgess Hill see themselves with the ball in hand again. Lovely roll from the centre there. And again, lovely movement for wing attack, finding herself circle edge to see a lovely pass off into the goal attack. And great rebounds from the goal attack as well. Steady her feet, put the shot up.
Burgess Hill, 6-1 to the good. A very impressive start from them. Real pace about their game.
Yeah, this is the first time at the, for Burgess Hill to be at this tournament. It's lovely to have them.
Smith with the finish that time. They're certainly making their mark on their tournament debut are Burgess Hill. Seaford College just not quite able to get the ball to stick, but putting Burgess Hill under huge pressure. And Seaford will get the ball. The centre will get the ball inbound. Finds their goal attack. Can they work themselves a scoring opportunity? A big looping pass out to the wing attack, but ball spilled. And now Burgess Hill will see that quick A to B game of theirs. But it's just
Over a third.
over a third, isn't it?
Seaford have possession. I think it'll be Seaford's ball. Yes, I was going to say so. So they react quickly, ball straight into the circle. Scarlett confidently puts up, but unfortunately doesn't sink it.
Burgess Hill then. Seaford putting good pressure on in this final third, but it's in this middle third. The ball's getting through it very, very quickly from Burgess Hill. And they'll have an opportunity to shoot and stretch out to an 8-1 lead.
Contact by the goal defence there, but very much encourage, obviously, the defenders to go for these balls, especially in the circle. They just need to take their body through and come out with the ball a bit cleaner.
Burgess Hill go 8-1 ahead. Little high five between the goal shooter and the goal attack. Clearly very happy with the way that that relationship is going between the two of them. Seaford now, can they get themselves another goal? Not quite on this occasion. Burgess Hill shift it forward. Ferrero moves it forward.
Yeah, lovely dodge from the goal shooter there.
And Smith finishes 9-1 to Burgess Hill. Seaford finding the wing attack again. She's found herself in space more so than anyone else really so far.
Unfortunately, umpire deems it to be 3 seconds with the ball, so Burgess Hill back in possession. Good defensive pressure from Amber there at wing attack. Seaford gained back possession. Like to see them really be awarded for this. Unfortunately, not to be. A replay from goalkeeper, so it'll be a pass from Seaford. Contact goal defence. Scarlett with ball in hand, and unfortunately, again, it's just not sinking today for the...
Just not quite landing, are they? But they keep working, put good pressure on. Falls the way of Burgess Hill, though. Great intercept.
Yeah, brilliant defensive
Seaford
pressure.
Seaford are working really hard. The scoreboard might not show it, but they are working incredibly hard defensively. Burgess Hill, though, just moving that ball, finding space for their goal attack in particular on a number of occasions. But this time, Seaford get the pressure on, but then immediately intercepted. Superb work from the Seaford goalkeeper, though. Tidies things up for her side and a chance to organise themselves.
Yeah, good defensive pressure by Bella Rank there. Lovely drive towards the ball from the goal attack. Good rebounds from Bella. Seaford worked this ball down court, driving towards the ball, switching channels up.
Ball's just rolled off onto court 2, where I think that's St John's Leatherhead and Churches College going head-to-head over there. Here on court 1, Seaford College under 16s going down 9-1 against Burgess Hill. It's been a fast old start to this tournament. Nat, enjoying it so far?
Yeah, absolutely loving it. It's brilliant to see all these girls playing such quality on court, but also just absolutely thrilling to see Seaford campus have so many visitors on site, something we haven't seen for a long time. A lot of preparation goes into this event, and it's lovely to see everybody enjoying it.
Yeah, proper school sports occasion, isn't it? Getting a whole load of teams all in one place, enjoying themselves, and actually getting out there and playing a bit of sport. It's what we all came to see.
Yeah, I'm going to pass the mic over now to Director of Sport, Liam Dubler, and I'm going to go and double check that the tournament is actually running as smoothly as I think it is from over here. So, Liam, no pressure, but you need to do a better job than I have.
No problem, Miss Miller. Thank you. Hi, Angus. How are you? You okay?
Oh, not too bad. We've been watching your daughter in action. She's been playing very well.
Oh, thank you. Good stuff.
Clearly doesn't take after her father.
Definitely not. Definitely not.
Well, we're here. We're about to have Camford against King Edward's Southampton. King Edward's we've not seen on this court yet, so it's going to be good to see them in action. They are in the strip with the sort of red and yellow slash across it. Camford in blue and white. We're about ready to go. I reckon we're about 30 seconds away. Oh, well, there we go. And an announcement just to prove that point. We're about ready to go here at Seaford College. Court 1, it's been a great day. How have you been finding things, Liam?
It's been brilliant. I've managed to get around all the courts and seen some fantastic netball, to be fair. It's not the best conditions, but the girls are coping really, really well. Some really good netball.
No, not the best conditions, but certainly better than things were looking this morning when the fog descended. I was wondering if I'd be able to see what was going on court at all.
That's right.
Camford then had the start, but violation, and King Edward's will have possession through the goal defender. Moves it wide to the centre and onto the goal attack. We're looking to create some opportunities here, and Oh, just about keeping the ball in field, but sadly losing the shooting opportunity for King Edwards. So Camford will get on the move. And from their last performance on this court, they've made a few changes, have Camford, but look out for their goalkeeper. She had a fantastic game in the first fixture on court. King Edwards then with the opportunity just slips out, but they'll have another chance to shoot. This time it sinks and they take a 1-0 lead in their first game on this show court. And Liam, just fantastic to have so many teams down here and, you know, enjoying playing a bit of school sport again and having a, you know, multi-team competition. It's just great to see, isn't it?
Yeah, well, that's what it's all about, Angus, isn't it? It's giving these players the opportunity to compete with some great schools. Like we said earlier, like, you know, some of the play has been awesome. The ball movement, the speed of play. We've got all our rugby players out watching their movement off the ball. And their footwork trying to improve things on the pitch as well. So,
well, that's actually what's been noticeable to me is that work off the ball, you know, finding space and everyone constantly being a buzz of activity to just try and engineer any sort of space. And that's certainly something that's transferable across sports. Camford here with a chance to just try and narrow the deficit. They are 2-0 down currently, but they've chopped things down to 2-1. Someone's just nicked my pen. You can never hold on to a pen in these parts. King Edwards then, 3-0 up. Camford though, shifting the ball. I've got my pen back. Good news, good news. Anyone who's known the tragedy of losing a pen when you're down to your last one knows what I'm talking about. Camford on the score sheet with a long-range shot. I say that, they were already on the score sheet. I need to pay more attention. 2-2 it stands. Things are moving at a fast pace here at Seaford College. Camford back on the attack. Just slips out, but they've got a chance for the lead now. The goal shooter finishing nicely. Camford 3-2 up. We've seen them 3 times now on this court. Once in a close defeat to Mulberry College, then in that fantastic performance against Seaford College, and now back on court again in a real scrap early on in this one. King Edwards then with the shot. There we go, 3-3. Real intensity here. And Liam, I want to talk to you about some of the sort of wider sport here at Seaford College, because first thing I notice whenever I drive in, golf course on my right-hand side. Not a lot of schools with that.
No, we're very lucky. We've got a 9-hole golf course, full size. We've got a golf professional, Jack Halsey, who looks after that for us, and we've got some fantastic golfers right through through the college, from prep school right through to senior college. We've also got an indoor facility now, a new facility, our cricket and golf performance centre, which is all weather, all year round, so we can deliver cricket and golf, individual one-to-ones and small group sessions. It's a fantastic facility. It's really helping all our students.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic, isn't it? As Camford just get on the attack, looking to level things up after a King Edwards goal gave them a 4-3 lead. Camford back and forth, engineer the shot. Doesn't quite sink, but they get the rebound. And again, this time it goes through. Camford level things up at 4-4. And of course, I imagine, you know, the thing with not to keep hammering on about the golf course, but from a recreational point of view, amazing for the kids as well. You know, it's not, you presume you don't need to just be a good golfer. You can go out and play when you've got some time.
Definitely, you know, and that's usually our senior students allowed. If they're working hard in the classroom, then they get the right, the privilege to go out and use the course. And it's monitored. Like I said, Jack's out there all the time supporting and helping all our students play. And they're doing very, very well. But it is a great campus. We're very, very lucky. 450 acres of national park, so we're very blessed with what we've got here. Yeah, very good.
Absolutely. One of the finest settings in the country for school sport is Seaford College. And on court, we're in a really intense battle here. Camford and King Edward Southampton going absolutely at it here. Camford have just taken a 6-5 lead. We've got about 2.5 minutes left to go. We could be in for our first draw here on court 1. I'm looking forward to that because I'm desperate for an absolute nail biter.
Yep.
And we're leveled up, 6 apiece.
It's
2 minutes left on the
game.
clock.
Great game. Again, the speed of ball movement at the court is amazing.
Well, I think what's noticeable, and not to obviously here at a netball tournament, so I don't want to get too far into my rugby hat, but certainly in my youth, one of the warm-ups we used to do actually was netball, but with a rugby ball, just for that spatial awareness and the movement that you get, because you have to be so aware of what's around you and how other people's movement creates space for you. And we're seeing that all around today, is people engineering space, not just for themselves, but for a teammate to then move into.
Definitely, and the awareness is staggering, really, of where they are on court, which third they can go in and not go in, and so on and so forth. So it's very, very quick speed of thought is needed.
6-all then, a minute to go. If it's a draw, it's a draw. As I get involved, launching the ball infield. King Edwards with possession, under a minute. You think if they can score, that'll be it. Equally, if Camford can intercept and get up the other end, that might well be it as well. King Edwards it is, though. Take the 7-6 lead, 30 seconds.
One more chance, maybe. One more chance for Camford, maybe.
Absolutely. Not long left at all. 25 seconds, Camford get the ball. They've got to shift it forward with some urgency. Working hard, the wing attack finds the space. Ball could go this way, could go that way. It'll go King Edward's way. Intercept from Camford, though. Can they get the shot away before the buzzer goes? No, they can't. So unlucky for Camford. They put everything into it.
The umpire's letting her shoot.
Umpire is allowing. But now we go. King Edwards get the win. 7 points, 7 goals to 6 rather, against Camford. Well, what an intense game that one was. We'll take a little rest here on the mic before next up we'll have Burgess Hill against Eastbourne College. See you very shortly. Here we go then, back on court with Burgess Hill against Eastbourne College. Burgess Hill, of course, we saw earlier on with an absolutely brilliant performance against the Seaford College Headmasters 11. And Burgess Hill in possession here early on against Eastbourne College. Burgess Hill, we saw the way they moved the ball fast, and they're moving it fast again from one end to the other. Trying everything they can. Eastbourne College trying to be as difficult as possible in defence and succeeding in being so for a short period. But Burgess Hill get the goal, and now they're back on the attack very quickly, moving the ball.
Great ball.
This goal attack from Burgess Hill is working so hard. We saw it against Seaford College's under-16s, and we're seeing it again here. As Smith gets the finish in. Burgess Hill slowly emerging as one of my favourite teams of this tournament, if for no other reason than they have their names on their skirts. As in fact, do Eastbourne College. Oh no, it doesn't. They all say Eastbourne College on the back. I was about to start calling everyone Eastbourne there. Get themselves on the score sheet, they do. They Burgess Hill 2-1 up and on the attack again. And they'll be looking for that danger woman, the goal attack. So adept at finding space for herself. And it's into her hands now, and she will take the shot if she can. Tries to put in a sort of fadeaway shot there, but this time a much more orthodox second attempt. Will she get a third attempt? Yes, she will. Rebounds it well. Sinks that one in. Burgess Hill take a 3-1 lead. Yeah, Liam, keep an eye out for this Burgess Hill goal attack. She moves unbelievably well off the ball. Always seems to find herself in space, albeit in the 8.5 minutes that I've watched her for. Sounding like I'm an absolute expert.
I think you're more of an expert than me, Angus, to be fair. Doing a great job.
Eastbourne staying in touch. Good finish from the goal shooter. But Burgess Hill moving the ball really nicely. Goal attack. Getting her hands on the ball. Goal shooter getting the finish in. Burgess Hill go 4-2 up. Some lovely tunes in the background, just keeping us ticking along as the afternoon goes by. Parents certainly enjoying themselves around the outside of the court as well. A few dogs coming along to watch as well. A good afternoon for them. Not quite as good as it is for Burgess Hill currently though. 4-2 up and on the attack. Seeking to find a bit of space. And Smith just sees that one off the rim. But Smith, a really adept finisher. We've seen that already in this game and in the previous game on this court. Eastbourne shifting the ball. That one just a little too high, but it's well tidied by the goal shooter. And that she's found in good space. Shot doesn't quite land though, but I think she's going to get another go at that. She is indeed. That one misses. Ball's just about kept alive, is it? No, we'll come back. It needs to be inbounded. Burgess Hill on the move. Lovely, lovely ball out to the centre, but just can't quite control it. Those cold fingers not quite able to stretch far enough. Eastbourne College 4-2 down, but playing well, starting to dominate a bit of possession. The centre really working hard to try and find space for her team. She's back on the ball. Goal attack, out to the goal shooter. Now we have a chance for the shot. Lips out, but she's got another shot at it. This time makes it 4-3. Eastbourne College just a goal behind. 2.5 minutes left to go. Plenty of opportunities here. Burgess Hill back on the attack though. Intercept by Eastbourne, but will come back. Ball in Kitchen's hands. And Smith finishes. That's a 2-goal advantage again for Burgess Hill. 5-3 up. 2 minutes left to play. Well, we've seen what you can do with 2 minutes. That's for sure. And Liam, I believe you're about to leave me and I'm about to collect a new man.
This is James Bird, Assistant Director of Sport. Angus, it's been a pleasure. Thank you for everything you're doing. I'll speak to you soon.
I'll catch you very soon, Liam. Hello, how are you?
Very well, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad. Enjoying the netball today?
Oh, it's just brilliant to see so many girls playing and having a great time.
Yeah, enjoying themselves out there. Burgess Hill, they've got a cracking game actually. 5-4 Burgess Hill with a chance to make it 6-4. And they do. Smith, this goal shooter, has been playing absolutely fantastically well. 4 courts in action. Must just be great to see so many people out enjoying school sport again, really. You know, it's been a long time since we've had these sort of multi-team events, isn't it?
It really is. It's been a long time, and you know, I think everybody's missed it. We've missed it as staff, and you know, most importantly, the students have missed it. So to get them back out and doing what they love doing is so important for them.
Absolutely. And 6-5 here. Under a minute to go. We've got another nail biter. We saw the last one, 7-6. This one, 6-5. 45 seconds left. Burgess Hill, defensive set, all important here. Can they stop Eastbourne College from levelling the game up? 37 seconds left. Eastbourne now, are they going to get a chance to shoot? They are. Take their time. This is where it counts. They make it. We're level. 6 goals apiece. Eastbourne have possession again. Can they turn this one around? They might well have a chance. 20 seconds to go. Can they get the shot chance? They've created an opportunity. They rushed the shot a little bit. Can they get the rebound? They will have possession. 8 seconds left. One chance here, one shot. This is what it all comes down to. They land the shot, and with the last play of the game, I think they've taken the lead. We'll just check that with the umpires. She's nodding her head. We're all nodding our heads, I think. That's a 7-6 win to Eastbourne. Well, what a finish that is.
What a finish. Unbelievable. Like you say, just rushed the last shot there, managed to get another opportunity, and sneaked it right at the end.
Unbelievable. Who knew? What a turnaround with 30 seconds left to play, as it does. So that leaves us full-time. Eastbourne College 7, Burgess Hill School for Girls 6. A fantastic game there. What a finish. Here's the final shot. Lands it in. The umpire calls it. She's nodding her head. That was what I was looking for. Was it going to count? And it did. A fantastic victory for Eastbourne College. And next up on court, we have King Edward Southampton up against Worth. A first chance on the show court for Worth, who of course won the bowl back in 2020, the first time this tournament was played, and indeed the most recent time this tournament was played. Such was the result of COVID last year, but they're back in action. They'll be looking to go one further than that. And here we go. I mean, what I always am interested in, you know, it's, you know, without blowing our own trumpets, it's a special occasion for the girls. You know, the cameras are down, people are going to get to watch them. It's been a long time, it's been a long Christmas. This is the first competitive game for them. It's a sort of nervous energy about it when they get on court, isn't there? Yeah,
there's a real buzz, and I think the amount of time that they play for per match as well really helps sort of bring that anticipation and that excitement to the court. You know, they know there's not long. You've got to be pedal down right from the first whistle, right until the last whistle. And that last match was a great example of that. Very last play of the game, winning shot. So it's all to play for.
Absolutely. Only 8 minutes per game. A few chilly players out there, but they'll soon warm up. Worth showing good intensity early on, real movement. The long pass doesn't quite stick. King Edwards now with a chance to get on the attack. King Edwards have certainly changed their team around a bit since their last performance on this court, using the full squad. It's a busy day, this. Each side has got 7 group games and a semi-final guaranteed. And for those that win their semi-finals, there's one more game as they head to their final. Got to get there first, though, and King Edwards on the attack, 1-0 up. Looking to make it 2. Goal shooter. She was looking a bit chilly at the start of the game, but she's certainly looking like she's got her shooting boots on. That one just missed, but from long range, it almost sank, and she'll have another opportunity here. This one dropped short. She's trying to counter that long one before, just overcompensating on that. The Worth coach actually just in front of us. Most of the coaches have been on the far side of the pitch, but this time we've got a coach very near us. So I just got caught there listening to her instructions, and actually the instructions you're hearing are really informative because it's all the things that we've actually been talking about on the mic, but it's good to see that we're not talking absolute nonsense. It's about finding the space, closing the space in attack and defence. Space all important in this game.
Yeah, absolutely. Space vital. How they transition the ball from third to third to third. But also, you know, can the instructions be really clear and concise so that the girls can actually follow the instructions? Really important, how the message gets on there.
Absolutely, and communication on court, all important as well. We've seen how congested things can get when the intensity really builds up, and understanding where the space is, hearing the communication from your teammates. Worth getting on the attack, bit of space here, ball rolls away. King Edwards get the ball inbound, but it's back in Worth possession. They'll have the inbound, I think. Yes, they will. Wing defence to put the ball back into court. Finds a wing attack. Slowly building here. Look, good lob pass from the centre. And the goal shooter lands that one in. Does a little lap of the goal. Landing in. King Edwards' gap is closed to 3-1. Worth in possession quickly, but travelling. King Edwards will have the ball.
Just trying to find the right place here to take the free throw.
A lot of intensity in this game. Both sides putting each other under real defensive pressure.
It looks like the defensive play might come out victorious in this one.
Yeah, it's certainly an intense defensive showing from both sides. And we saw there, Worth doing really well to just get a fingertip on the ball. And here we go, Worth building. Worth have had the bulk of the possession, but they find themselves 3-1 down. Just been unable, once they get into that final third, to make the last pass stick. And we see another example of it there, the ball just going long. There we go, ball retrieved, we're ready to get back underway again. It's the pressure of the clock that really makes life tough for these teams. A good finish from King Edwards though, puts them 4-1 ahead, 3.5 minutes left to go. But it is, as you said at the start, that, you know, the intensity of knowing that you've only got 8 minutes, and we're seeing that the teams are having to come out with real intensity, because you know, particularly once you start going behind, you don't have long to fix the problem.
Yeah, you've definitely got to try and start well. And like you say, if you do go behind early, trying to play catch up and then maybe just forcing it, throwing a few sort of forced passes, a couple of interceptions, and before you know it, time ticks away from you.
Yes, indeed. A brilliant interception from the Worth goalkeeper. Almost goes over on her ankle as she returns back to the court, but she saved a near certain goal there. King Edward's 4-1 up. A shot here with a chance to go 5-1 up, and they take it. The goal shooter here in absolutely flying form for King Edward's. Little bang on the knee there, but she's back up, trotting around in that shooter's circle.
Having great success into the D, into the circle with that ball over the top to the shooter there today.
They certainly are. Worth try one as well, and this time it works, but unfortunately the shooter just sees her feet slide out from underneath her. She's back up on her feet in no time.
Another ball over the top.
There we go. It's that tried and tested formula, isn't it? Looping ball over the top. And well, when your shooter's as on form as this one is, you just give it to her and let the inevitable unfold. Worth under time pressure now, about a minute and a half. Just ordering myself a coffee there. Very important to stay hydrated, ladies and gentlemen. Very important. King Edward 6-1 up here, about to go 7 up. Yes, they are. This goal shooter really impressing. She's got a look of almost, I'm trying to think of a football striker that she's reminding me of, sort of pacing around in her circle, looking almost disinterested, and then comes alive as the ball comes near, and then it's a near certainty that the ball's going through the net.
Maybe a touch of the Andy Carrolls.
A touch of the Andy Carrolls, yes. In the most positive of senses. King Edward's then 7-1 up here against Worth. A really, really solid performance this from King Edward's. About 20 seconds left. I think we can safely say they're going to be winning this one. Superb work from them. Worth, though, about 10 seconds to just try and get themselves another goal. Finish on a high. Moving the ball out to the goal defence, back in. Can they get there? No, not quite. And there's the buzzer. King Edward's Southampton with the 7-1 victory here on the show court. And we will take a quick break once I tell you that it'll be next Eastbourne College against Portsmouth Grammar School. We'll be back with you very, very shortly. And so, round 11, Epsom College against Portsmouth Grammar School. We've seen two really close encounters and an absolutely fantastic performance from King Edward's Southampton in the last game. And I have the wonderful Nat Miller alongside me again, and she's got the situation in the pools. In Pool 1, Hurstpierpoint College are racing away, 20 points. St John's Leatherhead are doing really well. We've not seen them on the street court yet, but we will be in a couple of games' time. They're on 16. And over in Pool 2, oh, it's looking tense, isn't it? Brighton College and Mulberry College, rather, both on 20 points. Those two, at this point in time, going through to the Cup semi-finals. And I tell you what, we've seen them both play. They are both looking absolutely fantastic. But Epsom College also capable of some brilliance. And this is my first time seeing Portsmouth Grammar School in action. Have you had the chance to see them yet, Nat?
Yeah. Them just previously, have to just stop for a second. Just the goalkeeper there with the airtime she just got to get that intercept was unbelievable.
Certainly was. And a tight start already. One each. Epsom College in possession. So few options. The intensity from Portsmouth Grammar really good in defence there. Portsmouth get the ball back. Looking to find some space. Moving it. But again, so few options. And I've just had a coffee delivered, which has brightened up my day, no end. Not that it needed much brightening. It's been a fantastic day here at Seaford College. And Nat, got to send some huge congratulations your way. It's been an amazing day so far. Some real good quality netball, but more importantly, just having so much fun out there on court.
Yeah, thank you. That's what it's all about, really. I mean, obviously, as a teacher, these are sort of the moments that you work for. It's so nice to see so many people on site and actually just going for a wander then. It's important to be able to see, one, how the tournament's going. It's quite easy to think it's going okay. But no, the atmosphere is unbelievable, and just the amount of parents, staff, supporters, some people just coming to watch. And why not? Because the quality is so good.
Quality's been absolutely fantastic, as you say. And there's been a real levelling up in terms of the scoreboard as well in some of these games. Some unbelievably intense battles. We've had one game on this court, 30 seconds to go. They're a goal down. By the end of the game, they're a goal up. Absolutely incredible.
So I know we said earlier how we love a tight contest. Those are the games that you like.
They certainly are. Anything that goes right down to the wire has got a big tick in my book.
And if you look at how this has started, looks like we could have a similar situation over on this game. Very even at the moment, don't you think?
Incredibly even. Both sides finding it really hard even to get a scoring opportunity. It's not as if they've missed much. They're just finding it really difficult to engineer that space. Although that one is missed. Portsmouth Grammar now with more space than they've had available. Can they work themselves into a scoring position in the hands of the centre? Lovely pass. And now, do they shoot? They do shoot. Opportunity for the pass did come about, but couldn't quite get it away.
Yeah, this goalkeeper for me standing out so far in this game. Defensive pressure, unbelievable. Not just her long limbs, but actually her timing on this at the moment has ensured that she's come out and got possession of the ball on a numerous amount of occasions. Just need Epsom now to follow it up and take it to goal. But PGS have possession once again. Looking sick, impressed with what I've seen so far from them.
Yeah, they're certainly showing plenty of spirit so far. Looking good. Epsom College with the ball into the hands of the centre. She gets rid of it nice and quickly. Ball movement start to pick up a little bit from Epsom College. And now they have a chance to get a shot away, and it sinks. That gives them a 2-1 lead. And I'll tell you what, in a game as close as this, that could be absolutely vital. About 3.5 minutes left on the clock. Epsom College 2-1 ahead.
goal. It could ensure that they get the win from this game. Just need to tidy up their play slightly. Working that
Big
ball.
looping inbound. Now, am I right in thinking, I think you said earlier, you don't like a big looping pass. You like it flat and short.
So what we don't really want to see too much is the ball travelling across the channel. So from one side of the court to the other. If it's, obviously it has its place for it at times. What we don't want to see is obviously it travelling over as many defenders' heads as possible, because obviously it's just ensuring more chance of an intercept happening.
Just a high-risk play to go for. Epsom College into the hands of the centre, up to the goal defence. Wing attacks found really nice space there.
Perfect circle edge drive there.
Epsom starting to find themselves beginning to get a bit of dominance in this game. Can they make it count on the scoreboard? Yes, they can. 3-1 up they go with about a minute and a half left in the game. That's a good start for Epsom.
And I think as the rounds now, they've been playing a while, I think for all schools it will really start to show fitness levels, composure levels from schools. You can see them, they'll start flagging. They'll need to take some food on board and you know, reboost those energy levels for this important rounds to come. And then of course we go into the finals.
Absolutely, yeah. And well, as you say, you know, I keep making the point that, you know, these 8-minute games are sort of doubly intense because of the shortness of it. But that does mean that the next one comes around pretty quickly too. Superb work from the Epsom College goalkeeper. Well, we've spoken about her already, but that was an unbelievable intercept. She was in the air for what felt like hours. Brings the ball down safely. And now Epsom College with a chance to go 4-2 ahead. They take it, 30 seconds left. It's going to have to be something special from Portsmouth Grammar. 4-2 down, 30 seconds left. Epsom College get the ball back in possession. And the hooter sounds. Epsom College take the victory. And well played that goalkeeper, I say.
Yeah, she was the standout performer in that game for me. Key intercepts at important times. Credit to the rest of the team. They obviously took it to goal, and there were some fantastic shots from their shooters there as well. But yeah, she definitely turned the game for Epsom there for me.
She did indeed. And up next, we're going to have Mulberry College against Lansing College. First game on the show court for Lansing College. Mulberry College, as we've already just seen before that previous game, are absolutely flying over in Pool 2 on 20 points, level with Brighton College, the reigning champions. So this is going to be a big one. Mulberry College in the hunt for the cup. Lansing College, well, they're going all right too. And a first opportunity on the show court, we can be sure that they're going to be all over this one. 30 seconds away from the start here. An intense afternoon here at Seaford College. Things are going pretty fast. And by the way, I must mention, as we wait to get underway, our partners, Coach Logic. I've actually been using a bit of their tech to try and put together some clips. Absolutely brilliant, really, really easy to use, and you can get a discount. You can get £100 off what they offer, not just a discount, £100 off with the code NextGen15. That's NextGenXV with Coach Logic. Do highly recommend it. I've been clipping up loads and loads of videos. It's all player-led analysis as well. It's really, really cool stuff. But to the matter at hand here at Seaford College and the Seaford Super Sevens netball. It's Mulberry College against Lansing College. There's the hooter. Off we go. Lansing College get us underway. Through the hands it goes. 4 different players have touched the ball already, and we're only about 12 seconds old, and a shooting chance for Lansing College just goes over the top, and a sheepish grin from the goal attack after that one. Hello again.
Hello, I'm back. I'm back.
My carousel of co-commentators continues.
I'm looking forward to seeing Mulberry College here. I've heard some good reports throughout the afternoon.
Yeah, they're looking like one of the tournament favourites at the moment, topping Pool B, or Pool 2 rather, as it is in the programme, and looking very handy indeed. They've taken a 1-0 lead early on.
Yeah, great shot there from the edge of the circle.
And you can always tell when a good team is on court, because you don't just get the parents watching, you get the players from other teams just checking them out as well. We've got the centre from Epsom College just sussing out the opposition here. We've got a couple of other players down at the far end. That's when you know you've got a good team on court. There certainly is. But I tell you what, Lansing College giving as good as they get. Mulberry College 2-1 up, but Lansing on the score sheet looking impressive. Really good interchange between the centre and the goal shooter for Mulberry College. Goal shooter's shot just awry though, but the goal attack tidies up, puts them 3-1 ahead. I think what's proving really noticeable, the difference between some of the top teams in this tournament and the rest, is that speed of movement. You know, that interchange we just saw between the centre and the goal shooter. We're seeing some really intricate, quick play between those really top teams. It's unbelievable to watch.
Yeah, fantastic. Like I say, the speed, but also the awareness of each other. They obviously spend a lot of time on court with each other. They know each other inside out. So yeah, like I said, very noticeable.
The Mulberry College centre absolutely alive with energy so far in the early exchanges in this game. And another opportunity for a shot for the goal attack. This one just off the rim. Lansing College inbound. Not quite sure what the call is there, but it goes Mulberry College's way. And they'll have another chance to shoot, but no, well defended by Lansing.
Great defence. Really working hard in there to keep those shooters out.
Lansing then with a chance to construct an attack of their own. Get it up into that final third. Goal attack finds their centre, receives it back, now has the chance to shoot. This one, lovely bit of lob on it. Sinks the shot, and they've closed the gap to just a single goal. Mulberry College 3, Lansing College 2. Bit of confusion as to whose ball that was, but it's Mulberry College ball into the hands of this electric centre. Finds the wing attack, who was so impressive in that early game against Camford. And now the shooter with a little hip jiggle to throw off the defence and land the shot for a 4-2 lead. And back they come again. Real pace to this game, beyond that we've seen in many games so far today. And Mulberry College really stepping up the intensity. 5-2 up now.
Great contest there in the centre third.
It's relentless at the moment from Mulberry, isn't it?
It is. They're on all cylinders at the moment. Another great ball in.
Having great success in that pass over the top to the shooter. And they'll have possession from this centre. Fast ball. This buzzing centre for Mulberry College, getting the ball in and out of her hands rapidly. But nicely tidied up by Lansing College, but almost out of nowhere, having closed the gap to 3-2, they're now 6-2 behind with only 3 minutes left. And that's how quickly this game can turn on you. From feeling like you're in touching distance to just one sort of dodgy spell of, well, not even dodgy, I suppose that's rather unfair. One brilliant spell from Mulberry College and suddenly it's almost out of your hands.
I think in so many of the
with a chance for another, and they nail it again. They are absolutely flying. 7-2 up, 2.5 minutes to go. Intensity at the max here for Mulberry College. And by the way, if you're a fan of Mulberry College, do please tune in to our next event with NextGen 15, where we'll be back at Seaford College for the Seaford Tens tournament, of which Mulberry College are one of the most recent entrants, replacing Bedford, who sadly have had to pull out. But there'll be 16 fantastic teams coming along. So we'll be here 2 weekends' time. It's the 30th of January, I believe, for the Seaford Tens. One of the big showpieces to start the rugby season off. But in the netball season here at Seaford College, well, things are really intense. The Seaford Super Sevens netball, absolutely loving life here this afternoon. All the teams really pulling out all the stops, but Mulberry College pulling out more than some in an absolutely superbly intense performance. 7-3 up against Lansing, 1.5 minutes left to go. Some clever defending as well, knocking the ball well away from the court. That'll eat up some time. And this is why I don't coach school sport. I'm far too much of a cynic. I'd be telling, you know, get the ball as far away as possible, eat that clock up. Give yourself some time to, you know, catch your breath, relax. It's a busy day. Not in the spirit of the game, though, I'm sure I'd be told. Mulberry then. Just about 45 seconds left to go, looking to get another shooting opportunity, and they'll get one through their shooter, virtually unopposed, collects the rebound, gets a shot away for a 9-3 lead, and they'll have possession again. And rather than sit on it, they're going to play with great intensity, looking to get to double digits. They've got a chance through the shooter. She nails it. They're into double digits. There's about 10 seconds or so left to go. Lansing looking to make it 10-4. There's the hooter. It's all over. What a performance from Mulberry College.
Fantastic performance there by Mulberry College. Intensity right from the very first whistle. Attack, defence, superb. Looking probably like favourites, I'd say.
They certainly are. There's a group of teams on 20 points at the moment across the two pools, and Mulberry College now moving on to, I think, will be 25 points if my maths is correct, which I'm sure it's not, but it feels like it might be correct. And next on court, we're going to have Hurstpierpoint College against St John's Leatherhead. St John's haven't been on court yet, but they've been going really well. I think they're hanging around in about second place over in Pool 2. I'll try and get some accurate information for you on that before we get going. But St John's Leatherhead among the top teams here today so far, but up against Hurstpierpoint College, I think. Correct, Hurstpierpoint College, who are also ticking along very nicely in Pool 1. St John's going through a fairly elaborate starting routine, a bit of jogging on the spot, all in a circle, bit of a chant going on at the same time, I think. And why not? It's important to stay warm in these conditions, isn't it? Temperature's plummeting, it feels like.
Yeah, the sun's just dipped behind the South Downs. Looking beautiful though here this afternoon. 30 seconds. Interesting this one. Ruby Bracewell, Hurstpierpoint goalkeeper, ex-Seafordian, moved down the road to Hurst, so I'm interested in seeing how Ruby's getting on now.
Well, she'll be looking forward to putting in a big performance in front of her old school. But before we get to that, surely there's never a day here in the setting of Seaford that's not a glorious day.
Every day's a glorious day. Rain, sun, snow.
First, with the first opportunity, and they make it count. St John's, though, already showing us that they are going to be a noisy team in defence, doing what they can to put off the opposition. Hurst, though, managing to ignore that, get themselves a 1-0 lead, and good pressure from the goalkeeper for Hurst, Ruby, the ex-Seafordian, keeping St John's out. Hurst then on the attack, moving the ball very nicely through the hands of the wing attack, into the centre, to the wing defence. She's the one who's going to be noisy in defence, I think. St John's showing real patience as they work the ball forward to get themselves a shooting chance. Now they have one, and they take it. One apiece. Lovely bit of play that. Really patient, wasn't it?
Great patience. So many passes, great transition, all the way through the court, ending up with a great shot. Hurst straight up.
Yeah, really good response to that from Hurst, isn't it? And I think what we're going to see here is two teams. One of them that really wants to get the ball from A to B very quickly, and then St John's, who look as though they're prepared to show a lot of patience. Here they go, working through that passing routine again, and the foul committed, so they'll have a shot, take the shot very nicely. This game goes to 2-2. Yeah, lovely intensity. I think this is a top of the table clash here in Pool 1, so we should expect something pretty special. And we're certainly seeing it. 3-2 to Hurst with another good finish there. And that's confirmed. This is a top of the table clash in Pool 1. So no wonder we're seeing such intensity here between the two. St John's, well, it's well defended there by Hurst. News from Pool 2, by the way, a massive result. Brighton College beating Maura College. That is going to put them almost certainly at the top of the group, and therefore with the #1 seed going into the Cup semi-finals. A little bit of play left though before that point in time. Brighton College certainly have got another game left. In fact, they are going to be on this show next against Wellington College. So things looking good for them, but a big game for them just to make sure that they'd complete that. But a huge result against Mulberry College. Here, though, on court 1, Hurstpierpoint College 5-2 up against St John's Leatherhead. So Hurstpierpoint looking as though they're going to be in pole position to grab that #1 seed here in Pool 1. But what we've seen from St John's so far is that they are prepared to take their time, be patient, claw their way back through. They narrow the gap to 5-3. 4 minutes left, plenty of time, just 2 goals between the two sides. Hurst, though, working the ball as they have, very fast to the front of the court. And a chance to go 6-3 up and taken.
Very clear game plan there from the centre pass. Really transition up to the shooter, and then the execution from the shooter.
Yeah, they're certainly going with plenty of pace, aren't they? Absolutely has been, hasn't it? It's been a real joy to watch. I'm really enjoying just how much, defensively, particularly, the intensity that people are putting on. And Fisher here with a chance and takes it for a 7-3 lead. So Hurstpierpoint, as it stands, going into this game, we're in the lead, 28 points, ahead of Eastbourne and Epsom, who both had 20 points. Burgess Hill, though, on 19, but it was St John's who had 22. So this is a top-of-the-table clash, but St John's desperately, if they want that top seed, need the win, because one of those other sides is going to be coming up with the victory behind them. Hurstpierpoint, though, as it stands, looking good. And I'm so sorry I've had your mic turned off for part of that last commentary. But you were making the point about the intensity here has been absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, it's been spot on from all of the teams, all of the girls. It's been brilliant to see. I've also loved seeing the attitude of teams that have been on the wrong side of the score. When girls have been down, the quality of their fight and their attitude has been brilliant today.
Yeah, I think that's a really good point, and a good sort of coaching point as well. In that the games are coming around so thick and so fast that if you allow yourself to get your head down in a game just because you've lost it, that can almost turn your momentum off for the whole afternoon. So it's so vitally important to stay positive, because there's another game around the corner like that, and you need to be there, don't you?
Yeah, definitely. And not only today, but going through the season as well. You know, these tournaments are an opportunity to really build great momentum and spend a lot of time with your teammates that are going to put you in a great place throughout the whole of the season, not just on tournament day.
Absolutely, and of course, the thing to bear in mind if you are sort of having a bit of a tough outing is these 8-minute games. It's not even a quarter of your regular netball game, so you kind of sometimes there will be periods in a full game where you just got to take your medicine a little bit, and if that happens to you in an 8-minute game out here, it doesn't mean that you're necessarily in a full game you're going to get thumped. It just means maybe you've had to take your medicine for a little 8-minute period.
Yeah, definitely, you're absolutely right.
Hurst looking solid here. It was a really tight game early on, but their quality starting to shine through. 10-3 up, about a minute to go, which I think means we can say with a fair bit of certainty that they are going to go through as the top seed in Pool 1. I'm getting nods all around me, so I'm fairly confident in saying that's how that's going to go. It's good when you get something right. Can they finish it up with a flourish though, Hurst? Well, Fisher has a chance. Doesn't quite take that one, but she'll get another one. Sends it in. Hurst go 11-3 up. And a tough final couple of minutes this has been for St John's, but they've shown their quality all day. There's a reason they're scrapping at the top end of this table, and they've still got an opportunity to get through to the Cup semi-finals. We'll be keeping you updated as to how all of that is going to shake out. Semi-final times, by the way, are going to start at 3:15. There's one more round of group games at the conclusion of this game, and then there'll be a bit of a break before those semi-finals. First set of semi-finals at 3:15, next set at 3:30, and then it'll be on to the final at 3:45. So we'll have a bit more time to work out what's going on after that final round of group games. But what we can say is Hurstpierpoint College are going to be going through to the Cup semi-finals, an 11-3 victory against St John's, and they are looking mightily impressive.
Very impressive, superb there from Hurst. Started tight, and then they really put the hammer down and got into their double digits. Great performance, all through the court, from the goalkeeper to the goal shooter. A really solid all-round performance there from Hurst.
Yeah, really impressive performance, and of course, when you've got Fisher, the length that she's got on her reach up in the goal shooter position just means you've got such a huge advantage over other sides, because she's just mopping up balls that no one else is getting near.
I think that's why we saw the two different game styles there as well. St John's wanting to keep the ball, lots of patience, really deliberate in their build-up. Hurst a lot more direct, trying to get that ball in as early as possible.
Now then, Wellington College, their first game on court, and they are already enjoying this. The girls giving the cameras a wave. Sadly, what they don't know is that we're showing replays at the moment, but nevertheless, they will be on camera for the rest of the 8 minutes. It's Wellington College's first game on court. They're up against Brighton College. A big test for Wellington. Brighton College are absolutely flying so far today, topping Pool 2 at the moment. Wellington College, though, this is what an opportunity this is. The girls are absolutely buzzing. They're excited to be out there. They're looking forward to it, and we're looking forward to it as well. 30 seconds until we start. We're looking for a ball at the moment, though. That's going to be the most important thing. Fortunately, the Wellington College centre has got her sprinting boots on, and she's arrived with the ball ready to go, and it's going to be a quick start. No one wants to lose any more time than necessary, and off we go to the hands of the wing attack. And quick play from Wellington College. looking to get on the score sheet, but Brighton College getting the intercept in. A goal shooter for Wellington College with the ball in hand. One of those that was looking particularly excited about the opportunity to finally get on the live stream. Brighton College then in possession, looking to engineer a bit of space. Wellington College closing it up really nicely though, making life very tough for Brighton College, not letting them too close to the goal. Really good work there from the Brighton College goal shooter, but eventually the rebound gathered by Wellington's goal defence. And the game a minute old, I'm thinking this is already looking like it's going to be a cracker. These two looking pretty well matched, actually.
Do you know what I was just thinking? It's just great game after great game after great game. Another great clash between two fantastic teams.
Certainly is so far. Brighton College then get the scoring off to a start. They're 1-0 up. Good bit of work, and they have possession again, but quickly turned over. Wellington College now in seek of their first goal of this game. Their first goal on camera of the day, of course. Hello to everyone at Wellington College that might be watching. Not quite able to make it stick that time, but Wellington College will get the ball back. Get the ball into the hands of the goal shooter. Finishes nicely. Superb work from her. One apiece.
Very cool and collected there with the shooter.
Certainly was. Very calmly dealt with. Brighton College just lose the ball in the centre third. This ball proving tricky to keep a hold of. Wellington now just can't quite make the pass stick. Real intensity in defence from the Wellington College goal shooter. Great work to tip the ball out of bounds. Just commits the foul there though. So Brighton College looking to advance things. Doesn't quite go to hand again though. So Wellington College with a chance to try and put some pressure on. Take the lead in this game perhaps. A brave pass there right across the field. Doesn't quite go to hand. You've got to admire the bravery to give things a go, haven't you?
Yeah, you've definitely got to admire that. I think the expression, a little bit of flair, and like you say, the bravery to try things out and not have that fear of failure. For all of our sportsmen and women that we encounter here at school, you know, we want to encourage them to be as brave and expressive as possible.
Well, absolutely. If there's ever a time, surely, to sort of try things out, give things a go, it's in your school sporting career, isn't it? You know,
yeah.
why not try things out?
Absolutely. You know, one of the things that we're really keen on not doing is sort of coaching flair and skill out of children, out of students. You know, we want them to have their own identities and their own personalities on the court.
Well, exactly. You know, if you can't try the exotic and the magnificent as a school kid, then when on earth else can you? In more pressing matters for Wellington College, though, they're thinking they've got a chance to close the gap down here, putting real pressure on the Brighton goal here. 3-1 down at the moment, but looking to close that to 3-2. Working really hard to find space, but Brighton College are showing superb intensity in defence. Goalkeeper here putting a real shift in, and the goal defence tidying up. Now Brighton College looking to find some space. Centre has it, up to the goal attack. Fast movement, goal defence comes up for Wellington College. Loose ball tidied up by the wing defence. And Wellington College now trying to find some space. Centre takes a tumble, but no matter. They get the ball upfield into the hands of the goal shooter. Can't make that one stick. Gets the rebound though. Does she? No, just drifted out of court.
Centre's not looking good here.
took a real bang, didn't she? A heavy fall, and she's going to come off. Wellington College with the sub. Of course, no, because of the tight time restrictions here, we don't pause for a substitution. So at the moment, Wellington College down to 6, trying to get a quick turnaround, and they've got a replacement centre on now, back up to 7. And we do hope the Wellington College centre is all right. Quite the bang she took as she slipped over there. Brighton College, though, looking good, 5-1 up. And this is what good teams do, isn't it? In a game that, on a sort of surface level, looks pretty close, Brighton College have a 4-1 lead. And that's what the good ones can do, can't they? They sort of almost slip into quite a big lead without you ever really noticing.
Yeah, absolutely. And before you know it, you're 3, 4 goals down. And then you can really manage your time. You can manage the court, keep the ball, make the opposition work a little bit harder in defence, tire them out. And like you say, just stretch the lead little bit by little bit.
Brighton have been doing a good job of that. 4-1 up as it stands, looking for that 5th. About a minute and a half left to go. And you'd wager if they can find that 5th, then that really will be that in this game. Wellington, though, well, if they can get a quick goal, that would be a significant step in a dramatic turnaround. As it is, though, Brighton College have the ball. No, they don't. I apologise. Wellington College will inbound the ball. Brighton putting real pressure on up the court. Forcing the error, a bit of footwork from Wellington will give the ball back to Brighton. Under a minute left to play, and it looks as though Brighton College are going to take top spot in Pool 2. The defending champions looking as though they are going to be in the hunt to regain that title. Wellington shifting the ball into the hands of the wing attack. Important to just try and see what they can do. Again, though, unbelievably intense defence from Brighton College. This game is all but won, but still they are being utterly relentless. Sign of a good team, that, isn't it? Standards are never allowed to slip.
All the way to the end. And like we were saying earlier, you know, the momentum that you can take into the next game is so important. So keeping those standards high, excellence all the way through.
And so it finishes up. Brighton College 6, Wellington College 1. Brighton, we believe, will go through top of Pool 2. We will have confirmation, though, of all of those semi-finals very shortly. There's about a 15-minute break before those semi-finals take place. So we will take a quick break here on the mic. And in the meantime, we'll go and do a bit of research to find out exactly who is in every single semi-final. We'll give you the update as soon as we have it. But those first semi-finals begin at 3:15. Stay tuned.
Someone come see you.
Oh no. Yeah, I think so. I've just seen one of my players. Yeah. Thank you. No.
You okay?
Oh yeah, thank you. Yeah. Say again.
They're getting ice packs sent down because I didn't have any on hand, but I didn't know what size, so.
Can I grab my thread?
Sorry.
Might sting a little bit, but you're tough.
Oh, I hate this.
It probably won't actually, to be fair. I'm just...
I always cry when I was little.
Cry?
Like when I was small and I had to do this.
Is it numb? It's probably quite cold.
It's like this whole part of my head.
Numb. Actually, was it too bad? Hi. Oh, thank you. No, we just we needed. I don't think it's any. It's just a grade.
It was just like a shock.
Yeah.
Okay.
We thought that we would.
Are you able to walk walk and be on it?
I haven't.
You haven't tested yet.
No, but I think it's fine. It was
So you just
like
fell
a
onto your
knock.
knee and
Yeah, it was
great.
like-
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Put a pitch on it and you'll be right.
Yeah.
If that starts to come off when you start moving,
Yeah.
drop it inside to the pavilion there, and we'll wrap it with something as well, just to give it a little bit.
Do you want to slightly bend your knee?
Yes, that would be.
Okay.
See if that might stay on. These are pretty sticky, but it depends how sweaty you are. And
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
awesome.
Thank you, miss.
You're welcome. Yeah, she's alright
Did
though.
you blow?
You okay? Do you want to stand up, see how it feels when you stand? You're okay.
I've seen it on the ski. She grazed it. I could see that she almost like a grass burn, but no grass.
Yeah,
Do you
it's
want
fine.
to bend your...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to just try bend your knee so that it's not going to...
It's not going to fall off. Plastic. It's going to stay on.
I just realised I used the small one. That's going to be a stinger.
Yeah, make sure you use it when you go home properly. Yeah, get into the bar.
Yeah. No. Defrost from today.
I've got some deep heat in the car.
Awesome. Thank you. Cheers. I know, I did one over there and I was like, no.
No, that was just like.
or have you got a spare pen or pencil? No, I've been you might. Yeah, she's going to put it.
Have you got any more pens or pencils?
Then it's 3 then. No. No, this is the only one. I didn't have a cookie, I'll be back here. No, it's on the flat.
I'll give it back to you.
I didn't give a cookie, I'll be back to you. Throw to me anytime. Throw to me anytime. I'm never which school it is. Right, okay. So, you want to talk English now? Okay, we can go to
Hello, welcome back to Seaford College for the Seaford Super Sevens netball. We've had an amazing day here on court. We've been live streaming court 1, but of course there's 4 courts that are going on, and we are now at the semi-final stage. So the top 2 teams from each pool got to the quarterfinals, and on the show court we're going to have Hurstpierpoint College against Brighton College. Brighton College, the reigning champions. Hurstpierpoint College, who won the plate last year. And on court 2 behind us, we will have Mulberry College against Epsom College. Mulberry College have been absolutely flying so far. So we're going to be keeping an eye on the live stream on Hurstpierpoint College versus Brighton College, but we will be keeping a close eye on the court behind us. We'll let you know of any big developments over there. I can see the scorecard from my commentary position, so we'll keep you up to speed. So we'll have those semi-finals. Then after that, we'll be on to the plate and shield semi-finals here on camera, and then it'll be the final, 3:45, or maybe about 5 minutes afterwards. We're just running a little bit behind, maybe 4 or 5 minutes as we try and gather all the teams together. And alongside me is Natalie Miller. How are you getting on?
Good, thank you. It seems like we've got everything sorted, so all the teams in the right places. It wouldn't be a netball tournament if you didn't run behind by a good few minutes. So it's going to be exciting, though.
We're only 5 minutes behind, and let me tell you, I've been at many's a sporting event, and 5 minutes is ahead of schedule. It's not even on schedule. It's well within the bounds of what we expect, and we're not far away here. Some cracking teams in these semi-finals, aren't they?
Oh yeah, I'm really excited to see these teams match up. Obviously, Hurst and Brighton, notorious rivals as such, in the most polite, obviously, independent schools way. But yeah, team that have faced each other a lot. In fact, they played each other earlier in the week. Hurst took the win, I believe, on that. So this will be an interesting game, and I'm sure Brighton want to come back from their defeat earlier in the week. And obviously, we have Epsom and Marlborough on the other court. Chance for that goalkeeper to try and show what she's made of again and make a huge impact, because as we have said from the very beginning, Marlborough have really stood out all day, haven't they?
Yeah, they've been absolutely incredible all day, and to be honest, the way they've been moving the ball around the court has just, it's been probably the most pleasing of all the teams on the eye that I've seen. There have been some that have perhaps been a touch more efficient, but just the way that they've progressed the ball from A to B has just been amazing to watch. Here on court 1, though, Hurst and Brighton, well, it's going to be all about Fisher up in that goal shooter position for Hurstpierpoint College, isn't it? She's been absolutely brilliant all day.
Yeah, she's been brilliant. As far as just had a quick conversation with Bex Jutson, said the assistant director of sport at Hurst College, but also the first team coach. I think Fisher has a slight back injury, so I'm not sure she'll actually be in the starting lineup for this semi-final.
Disastrous news, terrible, but hopefully she'll be back for any potential final.
In fact, I can see her full kit clenching at her back even now. So yeah, I believe she will not be in the starting 7, but I don't think that will necessarily affect them. You've got Ellie that will probably go into goal shooter for them, stand out shooter. When she's on form, there's no stopping her. And you've got Izzy that will probably play goal attack. Again, another cracking girl, very dynamic in the circle. So I wouldn't say it's not great news, but they have definitely got enough in the locker to certainly go to this game. But it's going to be exciting, isn't it?
Certainly is, although I've just noticed something, which is that where Brighton College should be, Churches College seem to be warming up.
Yes, I did notice that as well, and I can see Brighton in their most casual way just walking down here now, and I think Church is just trying to get on court and do a bit of a warm-up as they're on the second round. However, we are meant to be starting in 1 minute, so
Brighton
I
College
might go and
taking a
ask them
nice
to hurry up.
relaxed approach to proceedings, just slowly strolling along. But rest assured, it is Brighton College that are in that semi-final. They're just taking a nice relaxed approach to things. It looks as though we're going to be aiming to start at 3:25. That's about a minute from now. So we're about 10 minutes behind schedule. So not too bad at all in the context of school sports tournament, as Brighton College come trotting along now, looking like they're just about ready. 30 seconds to go. Well, who doesn't love a dramatic little start to proceedings? By the way, you're going to have the umpire for this match mic'd up, so you'll be able to hear exactly what's going on, exactly what you need to listen for. And to run you through other semi-finals, over in the plate competition, that's the teams that finished 3rd and 4th in the groups. We've got Eastbourne College against King Edward Southampton and Burgess Hill against Camford. In the Shield, we've got St John's Leatherhead against Seaford College and Churches College against Wellington College. And then in the Bowl, we've got Portsmouth Grammar against Lansing College and the Seaford Headmasters 7 against Worth. Here on court 1, though, the semi-finals are underway. Hurstpierpoint College against Brighton College. Behind us, Mulberry College against Epsom College. We'll try and keep you up to speed with that one as well. But as it stands, it's Hurst with the early possession and a shot at goal that's just drifted long. So Brighton College will have the chance to get the ball back into court and work it up the length of the court. We've seen the way they like to play. Hurstpierpoint College getting some defensive pressure on early on. Brighton then progressing the ball nice and slowly, showing a lot of good patience. They've been patient throughout this competition, looking to work themselves towards a shooting position. Now they found it, a little no-look pass there from the goal attack. Trying to find a bit of space. Now they have it. Shot just hits the rim, but she'll have another go.
Yeah, that call for Bracewell there. And Williams takes the shot. Unfortunately, not sunk again, but it's fallen in the arms of Brighton.
Brighton take the lead 1-0, and what I'm noticing from Brighton certainly early on is a real patience to get the ball into the shooting position they want rather than taking the sort of earliest chance, sort of in contrast to what we were seeing and saying earlier.
Yeah, exactly that. Just quickly, a fantastic intercept from Miller there at wing defence. But yeah, I think absolutely the patience that they're showing in such a short game actually is working in their favour, because what they are ensuring is that they're going to definitely get the goal.
Hurst then 1-0 down, looking for an opportunity in the hands of the wing defence, out to the centre. Now they look for that chance into the hands of the goal shooter, and they will take their shot and succeed. We're level pegging 1-1.
Yeah, lovely finish from Ellie there, and a really good link up from Anna on the edge of the circle, and also an England hockey player, so a real all-round athlete for Hurst there.
Brighton College secure the ball in defence, looping pass out. Now they get the ball into that final third.
Again, I'm sure we see some patient play again here from Brighton. Not afraid to pass it round, reset, back onto the line. Kira just slightly flat on her angle there, so Eve came through for the inset, but Brighton still had the ball. Nice patient play, and it's rewarded.
And a good finish that as well. Brighton College take a 2-1 lead. Such great patience from them.
Unlucky in obstruction call there for Eve. Brighton's ball in the centre third.
Brighton then, this is where they do their best work, in finding space up in that top third of the pitch.
I think, like you said, because they're patient play, they actually almost, very unlucky call there from for Miller there on the edge of the circle. The pressure she puts on the edge of the circle, in fact, actually We haven't talked a little bit about player of the tournament, but I would say she's a contender for the intercept she has had throughout the day.
She seems to play on a sort of, she's seeing things earlier than other people. She's getting in the way constantly, and she's, as we saw there, she's not afraid to put herself in a position that, she, you know, she might get a bit of a bang, it might hurt a bit, but ultimately she's done her job. She's been incredibly impressive.
Yeah, she's a real athlete, Harriet. And again, good arms again. But Brighton just, their casual nature as they walked onto the court has almost actually come into their play, but not in a negative way, actually in a massively positive way. So calm and collected.
Yeah, it's just semi-final, no biggie. Carry on.
And it's working in their favour. They're being very patient. And a 3-second call going the Brighton way.
And Brighton, well, it feels as though they've just had the ball constantly throughout this game so far. Bit of heavy contact there, but everyone back up and on their feet and in one piece.
Yeah, and you'll see Eve play on there. She's definitely hurt, but look, breathing through it. What an athlete.
Brighton then. Another blind pass and the goal attack gives the goal shooter another fantastic finish. Brighton College 4-1 up, and their goal attack and their goal shooting is working so fantastically well together. And what's the story on the other court?
Yeah, Angus, so the other semi-final of the cup competition, it is a close game. It is at the moment going in favour of Mulberry though, but they're only up by 1 goal. It is 3-2 against Epsom.
An intense one over there. Here on this court, Brighton College 5-1 up against Hurst. Brighton College have had the ball almost throughout the entire sort of 6 minutes that we've been going so far. The combination between their goal attack and goal shooter has been really great to watch. Such calmness between them, but also great understanding of what each other needs from the other. But Hurst still coming back. 2 goals they now have. They're 3 goals down. It's 5-2, but Brighton will not show any signs of this patience cracking.
No, and I know their head of netball, Miss Franks, will be watching from home. I think she's been on fixtures all afternoon, but I know she'll be screaming. 1 turnover is all it takes to change a game. And with the scores 5-2, it could literally be anyone's game. It's not over yet for Hurst, and I think they'll still come back fighting.
Absolutely. We've seen in games throughout this competition, it only takes a second to score a goal, and we've seen several goals scored in the closing 30 seconds or so of many games. But this passing work from Brighton College, not only is it patient and sets up good opportunities, it eats the clock up as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Good pressure from Bracewell there, but she's got the obstruction call, and Brighton go up again 6-2, but it's her centre. I would like to see some quick consecutive goals here.
90 seconds to go then. Hurst needing quick goals. Getting the ball through the hands well, but can they engineer a shooting opportunity? Half a chance now as the centre has the ball in possession, but will come back across. Bit of contact, back out, back in again. And it sounds as though the Brighton College coaching staff at home are thinking exactly what we're saying here on the mic. 6-3 up they are. Crucial moment this. If they can get a goal here, we really are talking a place in the final for Brighton College. As it is though, Hurst turn it over. They've got to get quick possession. 36 seconds left to go.
Yeah, straight to goal they need to go.
Intense
and Ellie's
defence.
trying to set up for an option there in the circle, but it's just been missed. And if we just turn our heads to the other court, I know you can't see it, but oh, that is it. So it is going to be, as sort of predicted early on today, Marlborough College versus Brighton College in the cup final.
An unbelievable turn of events. We were right in our predictions. Who would have thought Brighton College then against Marlborough College in the final? Fantastic performance in the semi-final here from Brighton College. 6-3 against Hurstpierpoint College. Absolutely fantastic from Brighton College. And Marlborough College on the other court with an absolutely sterling effort against Epsom College to send them into the final. So the question will be at about 3:55, will it be Brighton College making it 2 in a row here at the Seaford Sevens netball, or will it be Mulberry College with their first ever title? Well, we will find out in a little longer. Up next, though, we're going to have the Shield semi-finals, and it'll be St John's Leatherhead against Seaford College here on court 1, and behind us on court 2, it'll be Churches College against Wellington College. Then, over on the other courts, in fact, not then, it will be Portsmouth Grammar School against Lansing College in the bowl, and Seaford's Headmasters 7 against Worth over on the other court. Here we have St John's Leatherhead against Seaford College. A massive game, this one. The home side looking to get themselves into a final. St John's Leatherhead, they impressed really well throughout the early stage of the competition. Had a couple of tricky games towards the end that just cost them a cup spot. But you've got to think they'll be fancying their chances here in this Shield competition. Seaford College, though, the home side, they're not going to give a quarter, are they?
No, this is going to be a good matchup. St John's Leatherhead, I've been watching them all day. They have a new head of netball at their school at the moment, and they've been looking good. My bet is keep an eye out for Agate at goalkeeper. Been moved around the court a lot today. She's played a lot of centre, but nearly fell straight into her arms. But Abby comes out with the ball and doesn't quite manage to sink it, but great rebounds from Izzy at goal attack there.
Ball doesn't quite go in for Seaford College, but there'll be plenty more opportunities to come. St John's on the attack. Centre struggling to get rid. 3-second violation. She just couldn't get that ball away. Seaford College then with a chance to try and engineer a way to find a lead in this game.
See if Seaford could set up here. Great hold from, umpire's pulling it back, but can see our goal shooter really trying to protect and screen there for Black, who finishes, and it is 1-0 to Seaford College, St John's Centre.
Clever bit of play that, I thought. Really nicely worked to take the lead 1-0. St John's now on the attack. They have a chance to level it. Taken really well. Calm finishing from St John's Leatherhead.
Yeah, slick movement down court there. Good strong drive from Kath Carter at wing attack there. Seaford just need to try and seek out their first option forward and just tighten up on their angle slightly, not letting Leatherhead come through.
Seaford, that big looping ball across. Comes off this time, but the next pass just goes astray.
Yeah, good hands from Agate there. Just gets it off the back line, but still Seaford ball.
Great bit of finishing from Seaford College. Really good intricate passing as well. And a fantastic shot. Gives them a 2-1 lead. Leatherhead now on the attack. Well intercepted.
Oh, yes, fantastic from Grace Clark there on the circle edge. That's what we've been saying all day. There's the hardest ones. Angus has his moment. Brilliant.
100% record of collecting and giving balls back here in the commentary box. That's 2 from 2 now.
You know, as we said at the start of the tournament today, we knew that the teams were going to improve as it goes on, but I might be biased, but looking at Seaford, have to say, already they're looking a different team, aren't they?
They are. They're looking much more composed than earlier on, I think. They're looking like they're sort of taking their time to get about what they're doing, finding the passes, confident in what they're doing. But it's something we've seen across all the teams. You're definitely right. That confidence building through the tournament. And I guess, you know, it's been Christmas holidays and stuff. People haven't had many games. You know, actually playing a few 8-minute games, suddenly, once you've played 2 or 3 of those, you're back in the swing of it.
Exactly that. Contact by the goal defence, so Seaford get the penalty pass, but they don't manage to see it off. Contact against our goal shooter. And so St John's there, they have the ball again. This is a tight game, isn't it?
This is a proper battle out here on court 1. St John's looking for the long ball. Now they work it up. Big looping pass, but it's well cut out by the Seaford College goalkeeper. That was some superb defending. St John's then have the chance to shoot. Take it well. That's 2 apiece. 2 each over here. On court one, Seaford College and St John's Leatherhead going hell for leather, aren't they? This is fantastic stuff. Into the hands of the goal attack, but just battered away. So Seaford College will inbound, get it out to the wing attack. She goes back to the goal attack, cut out, but regathered. It's patient work this from Seaford College, working their way around the circle.
Now, if we turn our heads to the court behind us as well, the other semi-final. So at the moment, it's a close game over there between Churches and Wellington. Churches are 1-0 up currently.
What a game that is sounding like. And this Shield competition, clearly an unbelievably tight competition. Both games looking like they're going to go down to the wire. Drawing here on court one on the live stream.
Footwork call against St John's, so Seaford find themselves back in possession. Good reset from Carter there, just regrouping. Nice drives. Just out of court, I think, sliding. So St John's have the ball again. End to end, really, isn't it? Possession to possession.
Yeah, it's as tight as anything we've seen all day, this one. But Seaford really starting to dominate the ball, I think. They're looking like they're in control of possession. It's just a case of whether or not they can hold off those fast St John's attacks as they take a 3-2 lead. And in a game like this, that could be absolutely crucial.
Yeah, this is either school's game at the moment, but absolutely brilliant elevation there from Emmy and goalkeeper. But St John's deservedly finished there, and it goes to 3-0.
We are coming down to the wire, into the business end of this game. 2.5 to go, 3 apiece. Seaford College in possession, looking for options. Time's going to run out. Time hasn't run out.
You can just see that's much better, just coming in front of the defenders, especially against a quality player like Agate. You've got to make sure that you're coming in front and playing against their strengths. See the height of them. You don't want to be putting a ball over any of these girls' heads.
Absolutely not. 4-3 then, Seaford College lead. 2 minutes left to go. Getting to that crucial point in this game. The home side, they want to be in a final. But St John's Leatherhead don't want to be in a final any less. They are not going to go out of this one without a big fight. Seaford then.
Seaford needs to take a big, deep breath, work this circle edge, play more like how Brighton were, patient, which they're certainly doing at the moment, and that is going to be what is going to be the difference between these two teams, I think, right now in the last minute.
Patience. Patience is going to be absolutely crucial in this final period of the game. St John's then have the ball, working it upfield, well gathered by the centre. Lovely pass down the line to the wing attack. Can they find a shooting opportunity?
Fantastic lean from Emmy, but just got penalised for obstruction. So now St John's Leatherhead have the ball and sink it.
Level it up. 4 apiece, 45 seconds left on the clock. This is going to get very, very intense.
Great give and go from Carter there. So if we are drawing at the end of this game, it will go to golden goal, and it will be the first team to score 2 consecutive goals.
Could be here all night.
Really could be. This is fine, actually. Patient. Take the contact, breathe, put the shot up.
Huge moment this, taken by Seaford College. 15 seconds left, Seaford College take the lead. 5-4, a huge pressure shot from the Seaford College goal attack. Stayed calm under pressure, but St John's have worked it up fast.
Oh, Emmy, brilliant
Fantastic
intercept.
bit of work. The pressure coming on, Seaford defending with intensity. The hoot has gone, Seaford College.
The hooter has gone, however, it was a penalty pass or shot, so I wonder... No, it wasn't. Okay, no. So Seaford College do come away as the winners.
The buzzer goes. Seaford College take the win. 5-4. They will be in the Shield final. Well, what a dramatic finish that was. And up next, very, very shortly, we are going to bring you the Seaford Super Sevens netball final. Mulberry College against Brighton College. Brighton College topped Pool 2 They won the title in 2020, and now they take on Mulberry College in the cup final.
So just looking at that Shield competition on the other court. It was Churches v Wellington, but the winners were Churches. So it will be a Seaford Churches Shield final.
Seaford College getting their wish of a dream ticket, a place in a final, the Shield final, won last time by Eastbourne College. This time will be either Seaford College or Churches College. But here on court one, it's going to be all about that cup final. Brighton College against Mulberry College. Mulberry College, the ball passers extraordinaire, the Barcelona, if you will, of this tournament, playing their tiki-taka style of netball. It's been absolutely fantastic to watch. A smaller team, actually, on average, this Mulberry College side. Brighton College, though, we saw playing that same kind of slow possession game in their semi-final win against Hurstpierpoint College, showing real patience as they worked their way towards the goal. So it's been a fantastic afternoon. A big thank you here, actually, to everyone at Seaford College, to Natalie Miller in particular for putting the whole thing together, to Liam Dubler as well, the Director of Sport here at Seaford College. It's been an absolutely fantastic event. And just a reminder that we will be back here at Seaford College again in a couple of weeks' time for the Seaford College 10s rugby, NextGen 15. That will be with. We'll be having, it's a fantastic looking tournament. 10 aside, there's going to be 16 teams all going absolutely hell for leather. Many of the same teams that are here today, their boys rugby teams will be playing in that. And just as we use this time while the teams just warm up on court, just to give you a bit of, to talk to you a little bit about NextGen Sports, if you need your sporting event live streamed, then please do come to us at NextGen Sports. It's a sort of subsidiary of the NextGen 15 platform. NextGen 15, of course, our rugby hub, but NextGen Sports allowing us to come and live stream anything you like, from athletics to cricket to netball. We'll even do your rounders if that's what you fancy. We'll do anything. We love it all. Sport is what we are. But of course, a couple of weeks' time, it'll all be about NextGen 15 and the Seaford College 10s. That'll be fantastic. But to more pressing matters, and the Seaford Super 7s netball, the final, Mulberry College against Brighton College. Mulberry out on court already, warming up, getting a few passes going. Brighton College, well, they're taking that more casual approach that we saw in their semi-final. And, well, why not? It worked for them. They were a couple of minutes late for it, but then they ended up playing that slow, casual approach, and it worked. I think we may see more of the same, perhaps. It's looking that way.
Yeah, and just to remember that these two faced each other in the rounds, and it was Brighton that came up on top, so it's going to be exciting.
It's going to be exciting no matter what, isn't it? Mulberry College then with a bit of a cross to bear on that one. Will they be looking for a bit of revenge as well? Might they have learned a bit about each other? Well, we're going to find all of that out soon, but definitely two different approaches in the warm-up. Mulberry College, they now coming together for a huddle. Brighton College having a bit of a chat together. And what are these sort of moments like that as you know, these are big, big moments for these girls. You know, it's not every day you get to go and win a trophy. Certainly not every day you get to try and win a trophy on a live stream as well. What do you think is going through their heads at this point in time?
I think this is the moments that they will remember from years to come. I mean, I certainly don't want to show my age, but it's been a few years since I was at school, but I definitely remember the tournaments, the times in which you played with your peers, having, whether you're being live streamed or having lots of people watching and the crowds will start to build. It's just the most, I know for me, I love those moments. And it really will be about the ones that either take it all in, thrive off them, stay calm and collected, or the ones that will actually feel quite nervous, probably.
Well, indeed, these are the moments that school sport is all about. Big moments, big games, alongside your mates. You know, these girls have been playing alongside each other for years now. This is the culmination of all of that for these two. Magnificent sides. No matter what the outcome, we can certainly say tonight is that these two have been absolutely fantastic throughout this tournament. All that remains now is for the talking to be over and the play to begin. We're just waiting for the hooter. A few nervous twitchers out there. They're bouncing this way and that. Be a short delay as we just wait for that hooter. A few of the girls looking a bit chilly out there. I can tell you it is absolutely Baltic out here at Seaford College. Some of us have been standing outside all day long. Although there's been a plentiful supply of coffee coming my way, so I can hardly complain. We've heard a whistle in the background. We're getting there very, very slowly, but we will get there. The nervous tension building. There's a few of the girls giggling, a few not quite sure what to think. These are tricky, tricky times. As we say, though, this is what school sport is all about. Big moments alongside your mates. As we're treated to a little bit of dancing on court now. Well, why not? The tunes have been blasting out all afternoon. Everyone's been enjoying them. Why not let the players enjoy them as well? Some strong moves.
2 minutes. That's 2 minutes. Thank you.
An announcement over the tannoy. The final round will be starting in 2 minutes. So the players, from being on the edge of their seats ready to go, will wait for a couple of minutes. So we will leave you with a quick advert and we'll be back with you in just a second.
On court 3 will be Seaford versus Churches, and on court 4 will be Worth versus PTS. Thank you.
Introducing NextGenXV, the new home of school rugby.
Well, where does this come from?
Covering everything the school game has to offer in both the North and Southern Hemispheres.
What a great tackle! It's not good enough. 1-2, skip a few and with the wheels.
Highlighting tomorrow's stars, NextGen15 will be bringing you live games and a regular update of all the news and in-depth views on the global game.
What a kick! Where did he come from and how did that happen?
All your school rugby, all in one place. This is NextGen15.
Welcome back. We are underway. The final gets going. Brighton College against Mulberry College. These two fantastic teams getting the final underway, and it's Brighton College that will have the first opportunity. And they take it magnificently well. Brighton College, that's exactly what we've seen from them throughout this tournament. Good patient play, getting the bucket done.
Yeah, fantastic partnership between Kircher and Williams in the circle there.
Mulberry, though, this is what they do. They move the ball with great pace, loads of movement off the ball. Their centre, in fact, has been another of those players that stood out to me throughout the tournament, really buzzing around, getting loads and loads of touches.
Yeah, Angus, I couldn't agree more. It's her circle edge work that's really impressive. She travels with the ball, turns her body in the right positions. She's an athlete, you can tell just by looking at her, can't you?
Yeah, she's been mightily impressive. But the combination between the Brighton College goal shooter and goal attack has also been one of the features of this tournament. Their work together has been fantastic. And we see here they'll play this slow, patient build-up game around the circle edge, just about keeping it under control there.
Yeah, we're Held Williams there. Again, just calm, collected. You can see they're really talking to each other, trying to set up these screens against the Marlborough defence. And again, that tiny little connection. That is just getting them so close to the post for them to ensure that they are getting the goals. So it is 2-1 to Brighton. Marlborough now in possession. Lovely feed, but a contact call by the goal defence. I'm pretty sure the goal shooter will finish this one off. He does.
And does, 2 apiece. Absolutely electric start here in the final. Both teams absolutely racing to get the game underway again from the centre. Brighton, though, once they've got the ball, they are prepared to take their time and work it through, find the space, seek it out. There's no rush for them. Just working the ball around until an opportunity presents itself. Keeping the ball moving. The movement off the ball, you can see the players just moving this way and that, waiting for the opportunity, but Mulberry do well to get a hand in, although a bit of contact in the process.
Yeah, and absolutely fascinating, really. I know Kira Williams, the goal attack player for many years now, she's getting this ball in positions that she can finish. So she's deciding to pass it around, and that is just a tactic that Brighton have done all day, ensuring that they will get the goal. But there was a breaking call, and it's Brighton's ball up in the centre third. They can go for goal again.
It's remarkable maturity, that, though, isn't it, from someone, you know, a teenager, to be able to go, yeah, no, I can do that, but it's not necessarily the best option right now. So I'm going to take the wiser option, slow it down, find space, wait until the perfect opportunity comes along.
Absolutely, good rebounds there by the goal defence. Another player that stood out to me earlier on in the tournament when we first saw them on this court.
Footwork called on Maura College, so Brighton College have the ball again. They're seeing a lot of it, as they do so often. Mulberry find it hard to get into things in this little period, but as we've seen, things change on a sixpence in this competition.
Again, they're just not afraid to reset. Doesn't matter, they keep going back, but it just means that Mulberry have to work that bit harder to try and apply that defensive pressure all the time, that Brighton are just keeping that steady possession.
They do indeed. And for those keeping count, we're now 3-on-3 on ball retrieval from the commentary box. An unbeaten record in this competition. Brighton College as well, with an unbeaten record. 3-2 up at the moment, looking to go 4-2 ahead. Again, this patient build-up. It's absolutely compelling to watch.
Yeah, I have to say, you said about Kira Williams showing her maturity and shot selection, but also their maturity, just keep building and working that possession.
It's hard work as well. The amount of movement you've got to do off the ball when you want to keep it alive, you've got to keep moving, otherwise it becomes a static process.
Absolutely, unlucky there. No contact team, but Mulberry now had the ball in hand. Lovely drive from the wing attack there onto the circle edge, but again, there's just nothing coming forward. And so you can see Brighton, the adrenaline's going, but that was a 3-second call. I mean, it does feel good when you get 3-second call, because that's down to everybody on the court playing a part to win ball.
Mulberry working so hard in defence, but they're being made to work so hard by this ball possession and movement. And this game absolutely flying by. There's under 3 minutes left in it. Brighton College 4-2 ahead. And this is the thing with their style of play as well. Once they're in the lead and they're playing this patient build-up, each attack is not 5-10 seconds, it's 30-40 seconds. And in an 8-minute game, that's a nightmare for the opposition.
Absolutely, you can just see when Mulberry have the ball, you can see a bit of that panic, and that is just down to the fact they haven't had ball in hand as much. Is there much difference between the two sides? Absolutely not, but Brighton are just, as we said, the calmer of the two teams right now. And it's a nice baseline drive by the goal attack, but I have to say the goal defence for Brighton College there, just applying immense pressure. And again, nothing just coming forward. Credit to Brighton College defence. Obstruction
call. You have to feel this is a big moment if this lands, and it does. Down to 4-3, all to play for.
And just like that, it's their centre pass, and that's what we mean about netball in terms of a turnover. Anyone's game. Close 3-second call there, but not called. That time it was, so Brighton get rewarded once again for their defensive pressure. See Lisa Packer, their coach on the side, head of netball. She must be impressed with what her team have put out today.
fantastic bit of work, whether this ball goes in or not, between the two Brighton College goal defender and the goalkeeper. Goalkeeper sliding and would have created a huge contact. The goal defence just grabbing the back of her netball dress and just holding her upright. Good teamwork that off the ball. 4 apiece though, here we go. Under a minute left to go. We are level at 4-all. Brighton College on the attack. This a crucial moment. From 4-2 up, we're now level, 4 apiece. Which way is it gonna go?
Very unlucky call there. Thought the wing attack from this angle, it looked like she had clear possession, but unfortunately not for Mulberry. It goes in the way of Brighton. But again, they're just resetting, building play, smart, seeing this clock down, only about 20 seconds. They really want to make sure that they keep the possession. This is clever play by Brighton. And I'm sure they won't know how many seconds they've got left, but...
There we go, 5-4 Brighton, 10 seconds left to go. Crucial that Mulberry College get themselves into that scoring position as fast as they possibly can. But a superb defensive read from Brighton College. That's the hooter. Brighton College are the 2-time Seaford Super Sevens netball champions. A 5-4 victory, a last play goal for Brighton College gives them that 5-4 win over Mulberry College. Absolutely fantastic from the South Coast side. Nat, what a team.
Yeah, unbelievable. I know a lot of these girls, they play good level of netball outside of school, but seeing them play for their school like that today, for me, that was above first team netball. That was class play.
And I think, you know, there's going to be younger year groups across the spectrum watching this live stream, seeing a game like that, seeing from a pure sporting perspective what patience, what possession, what working hard off the ball can do for you, because that was what that entire victory was built on, wasn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. And we've got to remember, they've played quite a few hours of netball before this. Okay, not a few hours, but at least an hour and a half. So their bodies are going to be tired, their minds are going to be tired, and I think that was the thing that made them a step above everybody else today.
Absolutely, they were fantastic. A word on Mulberry College, though. They were fantastic as well. They've had a brilliant day. Almost managed to claw their way back from 4-2 down. They managed to level things up, but just couldn't quite get it done in the end. But they've been fantastic all day.
Yeah, absolutely. And Angus, just a huge thank you from Seaford College for your time today, your amazing netball commentary, and saving the ball a couple of times from the commentary box as well.
3 times. No, thank you very much, Nat. Thank you very much for joining us all day today. It's been absolutely superb to have you. It's been superb to be here at Seaford College, and we're going to have the presentations coming up very shortly. They're just trying to find a table. I can see it emerging from the background. What a fantastic performance it was from Brighton College. They've been utterly brilliant all day. It's been like watching Barcelona of the sort of late 2000s, hasn't it? Seeing that sort of tiki-taka work around about the edge of the circle, working the ball to those shooting positions, waiting, almost Arsenal-like. From about remember that Jack Wilshere goal? Anyone that saw it, working their way into those scoring positions for the perfect score. It's been absolutely fantastic to see, but it's been fantastic from top to bottom. There have been 16 teams here today. There are going to be 4 sides coming away with trophies at all the different levels, and they've all been an absolute pleasure to watch, a joy to see their part in this tournament. We've had some absolutely great stuff. How about the Seaford College Headmasters 7 as well? Those 16-year-old, or the under-16s rather, doing an absolutely fantastic job competing against girls 2 years their senior. They've been fantastic. Seaford College as a whole have been fantastic hosts, not only to all the teams, but also to the whole NextGen 15, NextGen Sports team that have been here today. They've been absolutely wonderful. There's been a plentiful supply of coffee, tea, cookies, the works. It's been absolutely brilliant. Not often we're fed and watered quite so well. As we can see, the presentations just slowly getting ready. There's going to be awards for all sorts of things. We're going to have the award of the bowl, the award of the shield, the award of the plate, and then of course the award of the main competition, the Seaford Super Sevens Netball Cup. And that will be going to Brighton College, who won the inaugural back in 2020. But we will also have a Player of the Tournament award. It'll be interesting to see which way that goes. I think we can see a number of candidates, can't we? Particularly in that final. Mulberry College centre and goal shooter have both been fantastic all day. Brighton College as well, though. That partnership between goal attack and goal shooter has been superb to see as well. But the players from a number of different teams. Camford's goal shooter has been absolutely outstanding throughout the day. Been a number of really, really top performances. Some superb netball on show. As we just wait for all the teams to get from their various courts around this place and get themselves to the main show court and onto the live stream for the presentations. I think most of them are here now. We're seeing a few team photos, and whilst we wait for that, I'm going to bring along Sean Thompson, the newly installed Director of Rugby here at Seaford College, just to talk to us about the Seaford 10s that we're going to be live streaming in a couple of weeks. You looking forward to that, Sean?
Oh yes, can't wait. It's been a fantastic first week here, and I can't wait to see all the teams come down in a couple of weeks' time for what should be another fantastic day of live sport on Next Gen.
Yeah, it should be good fun and some cracking teams coming along. Looking forward to your sort of first outing with the boys, seeing how they get on.
Oh yeah, really, really excited. The boys have been training really well all week, and we've got a couple of big weeks coming up to get ready for it. But no, they're a great bunch, and yeah, I'm really excited to see what they can do. There's some great teams that are coming that will put up a big challenge. But no, it's great to sort of get stuck in.
And also, just you know, obviously your former position at Hampton, one of your former charges, Jamie Benson, is in action today for England under-20s. Must be quite a proud moment for you to see someone that you sort of nurtured the whole way through, going out and pulling on that shirt.
Oh yeah, it's fantastic. In the same way that it is when you see any of your boys go on to any sort of level of continuing to play, but at that level, it's very proud moment.
Yeah, and while we're on the subject, of course, another one of your former boys, Lewis Liner, he's been doing all right, hasn't he?
Doing very well. Yeah, he's playing some great rugby. Scored another one last night, and yeah, I know he's loving every second of it. So it's been good. But no, interested to see how the boys here do. Obviously, we've got Johnny Green and Jack Wadham down with Quins this weekend, and yeah, Johnny's had a bit of time with the Wales 20s a couple of weeks ago. So yeah, see how those guys get on in the next few weeks as well.
Absolutely. And Jack, as I'm always reminded, a strongest man, is he not?
Yeah, I believe so. I haven't got down to the depths of that yet, but I believe sort of, yeah, England's under 18 strongest man or something along those lines.
So that'll be handy for anchoring the scrum in that tent.
Yeah, it will be. Yeah, he's also spent, I think Quinn said he had to get his Bronco time down, and he managed to knock a minute off in 3 weeks.
God, I don't think I could ever knock a minute down.
Yeah, he went from just over 6 minutes to just over 5 minutes in about 3 weeks of training, which is quite impressive.
That says a lot about his character, I'd say. That's more to do with just deciding you're going to do it than it is to do with fitness at that point.
Oh, I think so, yeah. I think just digging deep. So excited to run around on a 10s pitch. The size and strength he's got could be quite an exciting prospect.
Should be very fun. Well, Sean, thank you very much for joining me. I think we're about to get underway with presentations, so I shall let you go and enjoy some warmth.
No, thanks a lot. It's been a great day.
Cheers, Sean. Right, we are almost set to go on the presentations. The teams are all out on court 1. That was Sean Thompson there, newly installed Director of Rugby here at Seaford College, who of course we are going to be back with in a couple of weeks' time for that 10s tournament. It's really good to hear from them, get a bit of build up for that. But you may be able to hear over the tannoy the Director of Sport, Liam Doubler, getting ready to present.
Massive round of applause, please, for all the players. Just want to say a few thank yous before handing over to Miss Miller for the presentations. First of all, Miss Miller herself did a fantastic job organising, and all of the Seaford Sports team, you see them all walking on in their bottle hats. A big round of applause, please. Thank you. our umpires. The umpires have been obviously officiating all day. They've done a fantastic job, so thank you to those guys. Our amazing Seaford catering team. I don't know if they can hear me around the back, but they've been serving hot, lovely hot food all day. The estates team, the college campus looks absolutely amazing this morning. Finally, Angus has been commentating all day. He's done a great job on there. NextGen 15 live stream, so girls, parents, you've got to watch this back again tonight probably, and have a look at that. Check out the link. Richard as well, Cheers Mates and all the guys over there. So listen, massive well done to everybody involved. Ms. Miller, over to you for the presentations.
Hello everyone. Oh, this is very loud, isn't it? Guys, just reiterate, thank you so much for coming today. It's just been amazing to actually have this tournament and netball going. And I know for a lot of you guys, it's really competitive for your school tournament in a very long time due to COVID. So it's been amazing. The standard has been brilliant. I would like to start with the most exciting award in my eyes, and that's the player of the tournament today, and then we'll go through the competition. So what we have done is every single game we've tallied and made a note, and this player has got on numerous occasions player of the match in the rounds and then of the semi-final. And this is the centre from Churches College, Alice. The runners-up were Worth and the winners were PGS. So well on PGS, we'd like to come up and every single player. Oh, good girls, there you go. Go on, ladies. And the winners were Churches. And this year, season 2022 paid winners in Camford. There's cup competition. This was very exciting. I think we fought well. I got to watch it. And I said in advance that we watched it back to back, but it was unbelievably standard netball, and it could have gone either way. Brighton College once again come out on top. But kudos goes to Mulberry. You were absolutely fantastic all day. But well done, Brighton. 2022 Seaford Sevens winners.
And that is it from the Seaford Super Sevens netball. Congratulations to Brighton College. Thank you to everyone here at Seaford College, and I'm sure we will see you all again next year for this, but do join us in a couple of weeks' time for the Seaford Super 10s rugby. Until then, have a great rest of your weekend. Goodbye.
Introducing NextGen 15, the new home of school rugby.
Well, where does this come from?
Covering everything the school game has to offer in both the north and southern hemispheres.
Oh, that's a great tackle! It's not good enough! 1-2, skip a few and with the wheels!
Highlighting tomorrow's stars, NextGen 15 will be bringing you live games and a regular update of all the news and in-depth views on the global game.
What's a kick? Where did he come from and how did it happen?
All your school rugby, all in one place. This is NextGen 15.